Hello, everyone. It's me, Heather. You'll have to excuse the audio quality. I'm in the laundry room of the place that I'm currently living at, and I don't want my family members to hear me, so, I have to make do with what I can figure out. Now, the intro that I made for the first episode will not be used. It got copyright stricken because I used a song that I really enjoyed and figured, what the hell, it's a good intro. It's Alabama by Neil Young, really great song. Fuck copyright law. Sincerely, it's a detriment to art by all angles. Maybe someday I'll get to talk more on this. Anyhow, the last episode, or the first episode we did, featured someone I just met that day, Brent. I mistaken his name as Brett a couple times, but I've ran into him a few more times since then, and we've become more and more friendly with each interaction. I think he's a wonderful person, and I hope to have him on the show again someday. This episode is featuring another friend of mine, Devin, who we had some wonderful talks with, and you're about to hear them. I just wanted to state that there is no intro this time. Well, this is an intro, I suppose, but there's no music or anything like that. But I am going to put a warning on the screen, just a heads up about what kinds of discussions we had, and a content warning, because maybe not everybody wants to listen to this sort of stuff, or maybe they would feel it would be more appropriate to listen at a different time. Just something to try and be kind to any potential listeners. So I think that clears up things on my end, and I will now let it switch over to the actual episode. And I hope that it's an enlightening experience for whoever. Thank you for checking us out. So I'm going to go ahead and hit record. Fuck. Alright, okay. I'm not drunk yet, alright?
Not yet. Give it time.
Oh my god, we're actually doing a second one. This is going to be so fucking awful. I love it already.
So are we on?
We're on, so I guess I'll introduce myself. Hey, it's Heather again, and guess what? We're doing this again because we hate ourselves. David
in fact hate myself.
You don't know.
I really don't.
I don't hate you. Well, he didn't say we hate each other. He said we hate ourselves.
Yeah. So, we have a new guest this time, a great friend of mine. Hey, Devin, what's good, my neighbor? How are you doing?
What's up, Hunter?
Heather.
My
I know, I'm getting all used to it. So when I inject you...
See, it's okay to make mistakes as long as you correct them.
No, because I'm injecting you all with gay hormones when you're asleep.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Damn,
that wasn't heroin. That wasn't heroin.
That's why you're looking so sexy this evening.
Dude, you can be gay as fuck. I'm still like a fucking dumpster fire.
Oh, God.
I'm an ugly cunt fuck. Like, I look like a fucking... I look like someone's used rag, and I'm not even... And I've only had sex once, so it's like... It's already a mess. Oh, boy, welcome to the Southern Fried Ideology Show Internet Podcast. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
Southern Fried Ideology. Sponsored by no one.
Not yet, maybe. If we become controversial enough, maybe someone who's like edgy will fucking come in and...
You reckon the incels will like us?
No! Fuck incels, they're losers.
What about QAnon?
I'm a Chad, okay? I swear I haven't been drinking yet. I just started drinking. Okay.
We can ask Trump for a small loan of $1 million.
Oh my god. Oh, that's an old joke. So, here's what we did last time. Before the show, normally what we didn't do it this time because we were all eating, is I wanted to have everyone write down certain topics they might want to bring up that they think are important. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you can think of something as we go. I wrote down a few earlier this week.
I can't think of anything while we're on the go, but okay.
Okay, well,
I think it'll be mostly like we'll just kind of let it. I think it becomes the most organic when we like
just go with the
Guide
just
each
start-
other.
just
We'll
start
guide each
going.
other. Okay.
Like we just
So,
yeah.
I
think
want you, Devin. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, also I'm here by the way. I didn't.
He's here. I forced him to do this again.
Follow me on social media, fucking pandas69. I think I'm on Twitter at like fpandas69, something like that.
Why does it not?
Instagram.
Why does it not
And
surprise
Instagram.
me you have the number 69 in your fucking
Well,
username?
because I'm fucking edgy as
I
fuck,
just
dude.
imagine it's like a little XX, like XX panda fucker 69 or whatever.
That one was already taken. I tried.
So Devin, I got Brent, our last guest, to introduce himself, talk about himself, and you, even though this is only the second episode, you are our first non-white guest. So we're meeting that diversity quota early.
Well, I mean,
And I'm trans, so I mean, it's like fucking we're gonna be so like
I'm white-ish. Ish is the key word.
you're like a French vanilla coffee,
Like
you
if
know, a little bit of a frappuccino.
If like you jerked off onto a piece of caramel and like mixed it like a couple shades later, that would be me.
Oh god, me and Devin are gonna get along
He's
tonight.
like he's like the Heath bar of Chuck.
Yeah, no one wants
Hey,
me.
no,
he's
no,
like a payday.
shut up. Heath Bar's English toffee is fucking great.
He's like a payday.
I'm like the one person who
I'm like a Rolo. It's not as good.
Oh no. I know people that eat frozen Rolos.
Rolos are
He's
gross.
a milk. He's a milk dud.
God.
So
Oh, we're going. To hell.
we're already there. Are you bi or triracial?
I am. It's
Because I met your dad. Well, I met
you
you.
met my stepdad, the guy
Yeah.
I call my dad. Technically, I'm not really sure what I am. My mom is fucking.
She's mixed, right?
No, my mom is fucking white as Elmer's glue. She's
She doesn't
fucking-
look it. Maybe not to me.
She's very Caucasian. She has fucking.
She does act it.
The family's. My mom's side's like Irish and some other fucking shit.
Oh, yeah,
I
they're
didn't pay
fucking
attention
white.
to. Yeah, they're potato eaters.
Oh
And
wow! Oh wow!
yeah, you know, Irish potato family. Yeah. And my sperm donor is just some fucking Italian black heroin junkie up in Jersey. Not really sure like his extent because his family doesn't talk to me. You know, but it is what it is. You know, they go about their shit.
I got
No.
disowned by my daddy too, so don't worry about it.
Well, I disowned my mom, so we all straight.
Wait, I thought you and your mom were tight.
No.
But y'all were so chill when I hung out with y'all.
Yeah,
Then again, that was
worse.
several years ago.
Where is the correct term for that? But it's,
Do you still love your mother?
No.
No? Okay. I struggle with the relations with my parents. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, and I'm not trying to shut a spotlight. Devin's family, they already fucking got y'all mixed up. David's family's fucking wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
David's got some wonderful fucking parents.
I know. We're
Sweet.
two fuck ups and David's.
I know.
Like y'all can have
We can have them, you're sick of them?
No.
Oh, no.
Y'all
It's
can
David's
if
white
y'all
privilege.
need to no.
Wait. Does that mean that I'm not white?
Yeah, that means you get free.
I got the pass, boys! Let's go!
He has privilege points. He's trans. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God. Ooh.
The only person oppressing me is either myself or people who know me, so...
Shut the fuck up! I'm now oppressing you.
Not you. My family.
I was trying to oppress you for a minute, so you felt, you know, a little black.
I'm not
A little-
black.
Oh my god.
I don't know how I got roped into this.
You said, hey, we should get Devin on. And I said, that's perfect. It'll be a fucking disaster and we'll never be able to work ever again.
He's not wrong.
I have never mind.
First of all, not only are you guys completely different in terms of skin, but y'all are... The way you tell jokes is different, and like your belief structures are different, but you both always get along whenever I see y'all together. And it's-
We didn't at first.
I liked him. He was just an asshole.
I was. I will admit that.
Really?
I'll admit that.
Okay,
Okay.
so-
I'm gonna tell. Can I tell the story?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
So the first time Devin and I met, I was 14, and I was also like the most wide-eyed person that had ever been in.
You came in
I'd never
from-
been into public school.
Yeah,
before.
you came in from homeschool.
I had been homeschooled,
Yeah.
and I was just a little Reformed Presbyterian boy walking in there, and I
Heard a baby joke.
I mean
That's what I
heard those back in 6th grade from my Boy Scout troop. I mean those,
Lord.
but no.
I was that.
That was-
kid.
that
I
was
like,
the-
dead
that was-
baby jokes.
that- So what was the exchange that we had that made me tell you to piss off?
Oh.
It was fucking. Oh, god damn it. Which one did I tell you?
I
asked you how many babies did it take to paint a house? Because that was like the most generic one I could think of.
Oh, no.
You're like,
No,
wasn't it that one?
That one, it wasn't that one. No, you said something like homoerotic towards me at one point, and I was.
Oh!
Yeah. It was right there outside the front door.
I probably did. I have a bad habit of flirting with people.
It's not that. It's like we just like we did not get any kind of consent to talk about that.
No, well, last time
Like-
we didn't say anybody's names.
So
I'm gonna have to cut a lot of shit out of this.
yeah,
already.
let's cut that section.
Okay,
But anyway, how me and Devin met. Sorry about that, buddy. I'm so sorry.
I slightly flirted with David because I have a habit of flirting with anyone that shows me any type of attention.
I said hello, and then Devin said something gay, and I freaked out, and I said piss off, and I walked away, and then I proceeded to that summer like warn people about Devin because he scared me so badly, and
I'm
then
good at that.
I realized, oh shit, I was really a dick, and I apologized to him after I realized what I did was bad because Devin said.
I didn't even know what happened until he apologized and he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry I said bad things about you." I was like, "Wait, what? Huh?" It's like,
And then he just like straight up hugged me, and then we were cool ever since.
I was a huggy person.
And see, Devin is the perfect example of like the best kind of person. Like, so he's like,
I wouldn't go that far.
well, I mean, he was the fact that he was so forgiving is really a testament to the kind of person that he was, especially somebody that had a lot of anxiety when he was a teenager.
Imagine if I was as open about my queerness back then. If you'd met me, you
I
probably
think that
would.
you were still
I
pretty
probably
uncertain.
could have gotten you a boyfriend.
Oh,
Easily.
I had one.
I probably could have gotten you 4 or 5.
I don't even like. It doesn't matter who. Like, okay.
You offered to get me hosed several times.
I could have gotten you hosed back then.
Devin,
You were a
here's
very
the thing
well-liked
about
person.
you, Devin. You could be fucking gayer than like a unicorn that shits rainbows, and you would still make like smash more pussy than anyone I know, just by virtue of being Devin. So it's like,
I got something. I have a story for the podcast.
Okay,
Lord.
go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna censor.
names,
It-
just say
that's what-
names or whatever.
All
fucking-
right,
I don't-
so we'll say.
if it gets too personal,
We'll just say it's
No.
my ex-boss. All right.
Okay.
All right. So
From-
my ex-boss
From where?
is. Well, I
Don't-
can't say that.
Yeah, like-
Oh, okay.
Fuck. Oh, we're gonna have
So-
to cut so much shit out of this.
So
I'll make more work for
I
me.
have the habit of flirting with people and just being genuinely like a happy, nice person whenever I can. If I see you having like a shitty day, I'm gonna go out of my way to make you smile. So
Cheers.
my ex-boss, may I have one of those? The one that I opened. This one.
Yeah, that's it.
Dope.
Dude,
So-
drink whatever the fuck you want. Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So
Turn down my wine.
when I worked for him, me and him didn't get along. He's ex-military, I'm ex-military. He is extremely gay, and I'm very flirtatious, but I'm like cool with everyone. He was just like in a different branch, was like very hostile a lot of the time. He didn't really get my humor.
Right.
So I end up.
Most people
he ends
don't.
up.
I do.
After a while, after like a couple months, he ends up understanding my personality, my attempts at humor, and he likes it. He likes it a little too much, and now it's to the point where he randomly will get like shit-faced drunk, and he will call me and flirt with me. And he's like, he called me like a couple days ago.
How old is he?
He's in his 40s.
Oh.
But he's
I
a man that
mean-
has his life together. He has a boyfriend that's in his 70s.
What?
60s, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like a whole nother can of worms.
Oh no, I
But
mean,
he
if they're
called me.
consenting, I mean,
He called me and wanted to get me a job. He had already told me he had gotten me a job, and I was like, all right, I need to go, blah, blah, blah. I hadn't gone to the job because I don't have a way to it right now. And I let him know that. He'll get drunk and forget these things. So he got shit-faced while I'm at home.
I don't think being drunk is a good, you know, like if you're offering someone work, you don't want to do it while you're drinking.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He was like, you didn't go to the job, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know, man. I don't have a way there. He's super drunk. He's like, all right, well, I'm just in love with you. You're going to call and talk to me all the time. And I was like, that's probably not going to happen because I'm antisocial, to be honest, and fear... I don't know how to word it. I have a small social battery. Like, this is probably gonna fucking drain me for like a couple months. But
What, this?
yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I do not get out often. I prefer to stay home and hide from
because you don't give that vibe when you're friends.
No, he does not.
I
You do
try
not
not to. But he insisted. The conversation went from like why I hadn't gone and talked about the job yet to him being madly in love with me, and we're going to hang out all the time. And then he was asking me to send him like dick pics and shit, and I was like, "You are so lucky. I just like you as a person, because like this is very much like sexual misconduct." Well, I don't work for him anymore, so this is technically just me not being mean enough to be like, "Hey, knock it the fuck off." But,
I'll fucking tell him to knock it off.
No.
I'll say, bitch, that's my man! You touch my man, I'll fuck you up! And then because he's in the military, he'll break my neck and kill me.
That's nuts. Do you,
Oh my god.
But we're still good. I just had to like I had to ignore him, and he told me, he was like, it hurts my feelings when you don't answer my calls. I'm like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to not drain myself and not hurt your feelings.
I'm not gonna defend him, but do you think maybe he has like a bad relationship with his current boyfriend?
No, not even in the slightest, because they live in like a $400,000 house. He drives a brand new BMW M4. They're well taken care of. They like each other. They've been together.
Okay. I was gonna say because money doesn't cover every wound, dude. Like
they've been together for a very, very long.
You think
time.
this is cool to put online? You think this is?
He'll be alright.
I mean, all right.
Sober him will hear it and be like, "Fuck you," and then drunk him will hear it and be like, "Yeah, dude, I fucking still love you," and I'll be like, "I adore you as a person."
I don't think he'd hear this. Maybe. Oh God, this took a couple turns I didn't expect.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah,
it's a podcast. You talk about whatever you want.
I know, which is kind of the opposite of me because I want to talk about things that are very constructive. So,
tell me.
I wrote down some shit here on paper, and I have specific questions for David and specific questions for Devin. Yeah. Thing is,
I have questions for you too. Then.
Oh, good. Yay! Well, fucking answer them. Here's the problem, though. This is not the first list I wrote. This is the first. This is the alcohol's kicking in. This is the first list I wrote while I was in church with David, and then I wrote another list that was more constructed. Excuse me.
So how about we skip the explanation, just go straight to the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one for David. And I wanted us to talk about prosperity gospel.
Oh, the prosperity gospel.
Yeah, this is a doozy.
So
I'm gonna get a little bit of water to cool myself down. You just start off, David. Please.
So you want me to? What do you want me to say? You want me to
first
define it first?
First off, define it, and then we're gonna talk about why
what the fuck that is.
It's the fucking worst form of belief ever. Just go with it.
So the prosperity gospel is a collective term that, you have a couple of different denominations within the Christian church, within the Protestant church. Not all Protestants actually believe the same thing.
Of course not,
because
not every individual does.
Right. I mean, yes, but also you actually have kind of like I want to say two groups, but there's probably even more within that. But the Protestant groups go from you have the tradition, like the more evangelical side, and then you have the Reformed side. On the far end of the evangelical side is basically the mega churches. Yeah. Folks like Joel Osteen, yep.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
I'll say what I fucking want.
He's Joel Osteen's like the biggest example. Another person is Benny Hinn.
Kenneth Copeland, if he's still alive.
Kenneth Copeland. I don't know if he is still alive.
You know that my family donated to him, and by family I mean mainly the head of the house. And I heard he had his own bank. Like, what the fuck?
I know there was one guy that basically convinced his congregation that he needed a fourth private jet. So if what?
I respect the hustle. I mean,
okay, from rating in terms of hustle, it is a pretty good fucking hustle.
That was fucking baller moves on his point, but I mean, I don't know if the fucking, again, I'm an atheist, but I don't know if the fucking fourth jet's gonna make it up to heaven with him.
None of them are.
Imagine if they were right though.
Cruising past God, like, what's up? You like the new jet?
Fly like a G6, like a G6.
Our people paid for this for me.
He's like, your people. Your
God.
So basically, the prosperity gospel is the gospel of
Greed.
God wants you to. Yeah, it's the gospel of greed.
Yeah.
It's the idea that God wants you to be financially stable and secure. That is basically the long and short of it. But yes, I mean, it's the idea that God wants you to have the best life. Which everybody and their brother knows is a complete freaking lie. You know, the idea is that, you know, you don't even have to be a Christian to go to heaven. You don't have to.
Whoa, really? Is that something they preach?
Yes. As a matter of fact, if you went to the I'm sorry.
Oh.
Do you want me to?
I just had how much of Joel Osteen's money do I have to give God to get into heaven?
That
None of it.
I would assume. The basic thing is that, I mean, we make fun of Joel. We make fun of Joel Osteen at my church. Like, we make fun of him.
The second day I went there, they were talking about him making jokes at like the front door.
We've actually roped the Pope in with him.
You want to know what?
Really?
You want to know what the sad part is though?
Mm-hmm.
He could hear this. Like Joel Osteen could hear this and be like, "Oh, they're making fun of me." How does it fucking feel to laugh in poor people? Well, he fucking wipes a tear with like a fucking $100 bill.
He won't hear this. I'm trans and you're like mostly black. And David comes from a small town church, so he's probably like on YouPorn or some shit. Nun sex.
Why everyone's fourth choice?
What?
Why the fourth choice?
What fourth choice?
Apparently, there's the big four.
What?
There's the big three.
Oh, porn?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. Well, Pornhub. I don't really use Pornhub anymore. Xvideos I used to go on a lot.
RedTube.
RedTube.
That's a good one.
That one's and then
there's XNXX, I think.
Now use on the bottom.
Then again, I use Rule 34 the most.
I'm just saying, Heavy R has more and better.
Oh God!
You know what the
no.
thing is?
Okay, no.
I know that
We'll
these
talk
things. But anyway.
Wait, you know what Heavy R is?
What?
You know what I do? Oh my fuck, Devin, that is like.
I worked with truckers, and I had a trucker come in the one day, and we were talking about Mia Khalifa, and he's like, "Oh, you like porn and stuff?" And I was like, "I mean, I just like Mia Khalifa." And he's like, "You should check out Heavy R." And I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, "You know what best gore is?" I was like,
"No."
Yeah. And he's like, "It's like that, but for sex." And I was like,
"What?"
One of the first thumbnails. Oh God, I'm talking about porn. I was younger and I was learning about different porn sites, and I went to Heavy R. One of the first thumbnails was like a woman covered in actual shit with her mouth wide open. And I was like, alright, I'm done. And then I went back to like fucking X video.
The first one I saw was some chick froze a turd and fucked herself with it. And I was like, you know what?
That's one of the popular ones, I think.
That is dedication. She took the time to eat the right fucking meal, knowing it would create a perfect turd. Shit it out.
This is related.
Piece.
This is
freeze it, and then record herself fucking herself.
This is related to prosperity gospel, by the way.
I'm so sorry. I got so off topic.
It's okay.
I'm gonna have to put a different kind of content warning on this one.
Yeah, this one's gonna be this.
This one's gonna have different stuff on it.
I wasn't expecting this evening, but okay.
Well, is it as bad as what I said in the first episode?
I mean, yeah.
We haven't gotten there. Oh, don't worry, we'll be getting there.
So, but basically, yeah, it's the idea that. Good grief! I don't know how we're gonna come back from that. It's the idea that
God gives you wealth.
Yeah, God's gonna give you wealth. And
if you're a lovely boy or girl.
Right. If you just basically, you got to fix yourself before you come to God, which is another. It's all these pieces of mankind making themselves good enough for God, and then as a result of doing good thing, it's basically like the idea of good karma.
So would God turn me away if I was poor with that mindset?
That's kind of what they.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's basically
that's
basically what he did. He did that.
So it's basically
Kirk
just fucking
Cameron
like Egyptian fucking belief systems. The fucking when you go to the afterlife and Anubis weighs your fucking what monetary device you bring. And if it's not more than your soul,
the Aztecs who buried coins and shit on them.
Aztecs and Egyptians. Egyptians buried fucking whole fucking gold sarcophagus.
Well, it's not even about the it's not about what.
It's pretty bitching to have a gold coffin. Okay, I don't want one, but it's pretty.
I kind of want one.
I don't.
The worst. He's like I understand like the folks that are espousing it in these mega churches. I mean, they're not all Joel Osteen. Some of them actually, I think that what they're preaching is bringing more people to Christ. But what's actually happening is they've watered down the gospel. They've watered down the message.
And it looks bad to outsiders, too.
It really does, because essentially it reinforces the stereotypical megachurch of America.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean, we do too. I mean, we think it's the absolute, because at the core of it, why we don't like it, why it's damaging to the gospel, is because it is preaching against everything that Jesus said about what the Christian life was going to be
regardless of religion or outcomes or anything. I always tell people, or not always, but I've been telling people this past year, I've said that I think greed will be the sin that destroys mankind. I think that will be the one that gets rid of us utterly.
Sin's already got its.
Oh
it's
like
we're it's not any one straw that broke the camel's back. It's already the camel's back. All it really got broke.
Oh boy. So yeah.
Go ahead.
No, just prosperity gospel. I learned a bit more about it, and it's like, it's even outside of religion. It's just like basic, like, bullshit with trying to get people to pay you, and it's like very and it's the pettiest version of it.
Yeah, it's what Netflix would have you beve Christianity is. Or
is Netflix incredibly anti-religious? Every
time that they have a new special that they feature a Christian character, even in Ozark, they always go for either the absolute religious zealot asshole, or they go for complete faker person.
Being in Alabama, I can honestly say I have met more religious zealot assholes and fake Christians than I have met.
That's true.
Christians.
David's church is the first.
They kind of outnumber you, no offense.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't doubt that. But I also.
Can you say use one of the good ones?
Use one of the good ones.
Yeah, use one of the good ones. I'm sorry, I did not mean to.
No, you're good.
No one is good. No one is good.
Well,
no one is good but Christ.
Oh, you're good, David.
You know what? He's right. I'm a complete fucking asshole.
No. Why do all the nice people, they're like, oh, I'm so horrible. Fucking shut up. You're not horrible. You just made a couple decisions you didn't know any better about.
Quit calling yourself a fucking faggot.
I'm a fucking... Okay, fine.
Yeah, Heather.
You better start taking care of yourself, Heather. You want us to stop saying that we're horrible people?
Yeah, Heather.
I just want to sing Sweet Escape by fucking, what's her name?
Whose Coke is
Giovanni. It's mine!
You should say that better on whose Coke is it?
Heather, I'm taking your Coke.
Take my No, it's a drink! No, listen. It's a drink. It's not... We don't have cocaine, alright? Just because my chest hurts doesn't mean anything.
I've tried it. It's not good.
Does your chest actually hurt?
Not bad, but I feel pressure right here. It's my abdomen or whatever. It's fucking... I ate too fast. I ate too much. I'm fine. I'm good. Oh my god.
I have a question for...
I'm a Barbie girl. My in a Barbie world.
You have a question?
Yeah.
This question.
Alright. What's your favorite dinosaur, Heather?
Fuck. I don't remember the names, but I know what they look. The one with the fucking... Oh, shit.
David, this goes to you too. What's your favorite dinosaur? Because once you become an adult, motherfuckers don't ask you anymore. It's like dinosaurs are
pretty badass.
Allosaurus.
Honestly,
really?
though,
Yes.
Out of all the carnivorous dinosaurs, you picked
Allosaurus is basically the T-Rex, but better. It's a little smaller.
It's tinier.
It's tinier, but it has longer
horns.
It has longer arms. It's got freaking horns on. That's a Carnotaur. It's got horns.
It's
got bony crests on it because.
Damn.
Let's keep going.
And it's faster than the T-Rex.
Okay.
It's like the perfect balance between the T-Rex and the Velociraptor.
I'm more of a... look, I love dinosaurs. They weren't my favorite thing, but I'll be honest. I'm more of a kaiju fan myself.
Hey.
You know what kaiju is?
Fucking weeb.
Well, no, here's the thing. Well, first of all, I don't watch that much anime. But, like... I don't know, like, some of the monster designs from Monster Hunter were pretty fucking cool. And they're kind of dinosaur-like. The Devil Joes?
I could never play Monster Hunter.
Why is that?
Because, like... Did you not watch, like, the college humor about it?
No.
I don't watch college humor.
Sorry.
Oh my
They're
God.
all a bunch of pretentious douchebags.
It was like, oh, what are you playing? Oh, Monster Hunter. Oh, sweet. You, like, run around and, like, kill these monsters trying to take over this town? No. They trying to take over the world? No. You just go and kill these fucking monsters to get better armor just for the fuck
I don't
of it.
know. I thought
That guy's really mad.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's probably because I killed his spouse in front of him. And then I gotta like kind of vivisect it. Like I need to attack it and rip its tail off, but I can only do it while it's alive. I just feel like an asshole playing it. I was like, I mean, it's all right. I prefer something that's like, I prefer not to be just the straight bad guy unless I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
and then
I mean,
I'm okay with just being the bad guy.
Well, they're fucking. I mean, I think they do destroy humans, or it's like after some kind of apocalypse. I've never played them, but I had to watch somebody play them, and they look good. I like the way they seem. I think you'd like it.
It seemed a little repetitive. I've seen people.
Oh,
play
well,
it.
yeah, it's a grindy fucking game.
Kind of like God of War. Like I love God of War, but it's literally the same thing over and over. It's like
Which one,
kill
the new
all
one or the old
all
ones?
of them. All of them.
I've
It's
only
like,
played the
kill
first one.
all of this shit, and then you're gonna have a puzzle, and then once you're done with that puzzle, you're gonna have some more fucking shit to kill.
Well, that's the gameplay loop, though. I mean,
Yeah, that's-
Resident Evil is pretty much all the same fucking game, and I love it. Except for 4. 4's fucking like...
Run away and don't die. 4's great.
Any game where you can suplex someone and break their fucking head open and then they become a squid monster is pretty fucking good.
It's not wrong.
See, I'm the only Resident
That's
Evil
so good,
games
man.
I've played is the 2 remake and 7.
Well, that's because those are the
remake
ones that
was
I let
good.
you play.
Huh?
Those are the ones that I made you play.
Yeah, those are the ones. Actually, no, I always had wanted to play Biohazard because Nick Nocturne on Nightmind reviewed it, and I
God!
love that guy so much. That guy is...
Him and Joe Rogan. Who else are we gonna fucking shout out who doesn't know us?
Yeah, we should have Joe Rogan on the podcast.
Dude,
yeah.
he could come on and be like, "What's up, guys? How
I
you
just
doing?"
want him so we can ride
You
his
want some DMT?
coattails, though. I don't want to
What up, freak bitches?
He's gonna take
What's
some
up, y'all?
DMT
Yo,
and
have
chill in
you-
the sensory deprivation tank.
Let's talk about like
Yes, I do, Joe.
Let's talk about some animals that would rip your face off in real life and talk about how awesome they are.
Love it. I
Oh
listen to
my
him talk about
God.
like the monkey man.
Okay, are we done talking about prosperity gospel?
I mean,
I
if you have any,
guess.
Do you have anything else to say about it, David?
it's better to ask me questions really about it because I could go on and on and on. Ask me specific questions and then I can.
I just wanted to
give
know
you
your
specific
general
answers.
feelings on it.
I despise it. I think
Yeah,
it's,
and I wanted
think
you to
it's-
let people know.
I think it's the reason why a lot of people have a bad. One of the main reasons why a lot of people have a bad view of Christianity in the first place.
And now we're taking calls. Samantha from California. Not really. But...
Hey y'all, pick up this goddamn phone. Listen here. I'm sick of y'all talking shit about Joel Osteen. My mama said he's a good man, and that whole thing that happened with the hurricane was fake news. God bless. Good night.
God bless.
Oh God, I basically just did the voice I want to have there.
Why do you want that voice?
No, that's not the one I want. I
would
want to
like-
talk like this, but I can't because of my family. I'm fucking. Oh God.
Whoa.
I'm gonna take a dick in my ass.
Your
Okay,
family has
so-
no control over who you are or how
or
you
who I
act.
like.
They-
I know. I've had a lot of arguments and fights this year about that.
That is all.
They do
you
not know that I'm trans though, and I don't want them to
If-
find out.
If
I thought they did.
you
know.
are not.
No, fuck no. I would have been fucking homeless if Woo, we're gonna have to talk about that by the way when we start uploading these.
All right, next question.
Okay,
Next question,
next
David, fucking Devin, get the names right.
Easy boy.
I didn't write
easy.
it down.
Hey,
I
hey,
didn't.
hey, calm
I didn't.
down.
No, I'm fine.
Calm
I'm fine.
down.
I'm having fun.
Okay.
Listen, I didn't write this one down here, but on another piece of paper, I wrote it down for you, because you're our first non-white guest. I was gonna ask you, a genuine question. Can we talk about race?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Why do you think? Why do you think that like black culture is so appealing to like white crowds? Why is it? Do you think that is?
So my take on it is like, did you ever watch the show Fritz the Cat?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
seen clips.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
There's a lot of
David, you
fucking-
probably would not like.
There's a lot of fucking.
There's a lot of
yeah,
fucking-
there's a lot of.
So because of like,
Do you
so
want a strawberry daiquiri?
no, I'm good, bro. Go right
Do you
ahead.
want it, David?
Nah, I'm
So my take on that is that
Ooh, yeah, look at that.
after during segregation actually being black was frowned upon by a majority of white people. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Still is.
It was essentially a crime or like lesser than to be black. Fucking teenage young adult nature is to rebel and to like things that you're not supposed to fucking like.
Yes.
All right. So your parents tell you all the fucking time, you can't do this, don't do that, don't do this. what the fuck are you gonna do? Your parents grow up telling you not to fucking smoke weed all fucking day. And fucking...
Most of them. Some parents are a little bit more lax.
There are some parents
Better do it in the house.
But at the end of it, it's like, well, I'm going to fucking do it just to see what it's fucking like. Black culture was so suppressed.
Alienated.
Alienated. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to talk over.
No, you are A-okay. I was trying to figure out that fucking word and it just avoided me. It's so alienated that the young adults that didn't understand it were like, well, why is it alienated?
Well,
why is it like that? Why
it's not niche, though, because it was a whole populace.
It
right?
was.
Yeah.
It was. So
yeah,
young adults started looking at it and they're like, oh my god, it's not. My parents are idiots, just like a lot of people nowadays. Like my parents are idiots.
Fucking idiots.
Yes. So it blew up with the young populace.
The younger crowd.
Yeah, because it was like jazz, like during the 60s, 50s, 60s, black jazz.
Is it true that Elvis basically stole a lot of his like musical things from black folk?
Elvis's entire fucking premise was taken from black people.
Do you think people hate him for that? Because I think his music's still good.
No. I think Elvis's music is the fact that he was a white person that did black people music is what made him popular, and he didn't fucking He didn't. Yeah. I'm black. I'm gonna say it. He didn't niggerize it. You feel me? Like he didn't fucking. He made it white. Which made other white people that didn't like black people...
Excuse me, Devin, can you laminate this card for me? I'm just going to slide this over to you real quick.
Yeah, 1 second. Heather gets a free use of the N-word and to call Devin the N-word at whim. Okay, yeah, y'all laminate.
Can I tell you a true story? Can I tell you a true NPS story real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Have you ever played Age of Empires?
Yes.
Once.
I've actually played that game.
I sucked at it too.
I love that game.
I was playing it with these two people I'm sort of on-off friends with most of the time. And one of them is actually like you. He's got a black and white family. He's black. He's white as fuck.
So he's mixed.
Yeah, he's mixed, but he has
like me, he's white.
Yeah, he's white, but he has he's gonna have fun hearing this. But one time, we were playing on a team, him and I, against another friend, and I call him my father, by the way, the other guy. And Daddy was being a bit of an asshole, so I asked my friend. I don't know if we're still friends, but I asked him, "Hey, you're like part black. Can you give me like just this one impasse, right?" Okay. And here's what happened. I had one unit left, and I was gonna die, and it was a horse unit with a sword, and I charged it at the walls of the other person we were fighting against, and I said, "Now, let me use the impasse." He said, "Go for it." Can I say it?
Go.
Okay, you're black. I have permission. A black man gave me permission. And as my guy charged to his death, I said, "Watch out, nigga!" And then he started hitting the wall, and then he got immediately killed. But it was a victory for me. Am I going to have to blur that out?
I mean,
look,
it probably won't stay up on YouTube very long.
I don't fucking care about Google's stupid policies. If they want to shut me down, shut me down.
But
back
on the fucking
subject.
Back on black culture being as big as it is because it was repressed for so long.
Yeah.
It wasn't really given the chance. That now that it does have the chance, it's growing rampant and unstoppable, and it's like absolute power without check causes fucking absolute corruption. So now at this point, it's like there's no modesty with it. There's no fucking, which I mean, black culture in general didn't have much modesty to begin with.
It's kind of loose.
That's not
right?
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not like
not in the moral sense, but in the structural sense.
In the structural sense. As in like fucking when I hang out with my black family, it's like we talk shit, and most of the go-tos is, "Nigga, your dick is so fucking little. Like, how the fuck do you even got a bitch like that?" Like, I would fucking long pipe her from your room next door. It's like, goddamn, that's some shit that my uncle said to my
y'all lay some pipe in there, don't you?
Yeah, they talk.
Oh, God.
And it's like, I just played, there was a fucking, so people were bitching about that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion song. By the way, I love Megan Thee Stallion. I don't like Cardi B, but Megan can just snap my dick in half any day. These are like, wow.
Oh,
Ben Shapiro doesn't know what wet ass pussy is because his wife is like a fucking desert. But People were saying that there's no modesty in it, and like black culture's never really cared for modesty. They say what they think. There's like another girl on YouTube. If I had service on my phone, I'd pull it up, but she's a fucking. Oh, it came out in like the 40s or 50s. And it's a jazz song, and she's literally talking about fucking.
Oh,
she's
I think that was actually from the 30s, and I know what song.
She was not subtle about it. She was talking about getting dick, eating pussy, having someone suck on her fucking clit, and this lady was like a fucking.
And it's got that weird old swing music behind it.
It's good. It slapped. I fucking listened to it. I fucking love that fucking music. That's my fucking shit.
For some reason, the younger generations always start out a little bit more innocent. They're like, well, my parents don't know what sex is, and it's just like,
Your parents know exactly why they don't want you to listen to it.
Oh my god, I'm wondering, am I going to have to cut that fucking thing I said?
Cut what
Probably
thing?
not.
I really don't want people to think that awful of me, though.
Excuse me.
But we're young and dumb.
Young, dumb, and bold.
Dude, you know what? Can I actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to cut it, but I'll say this. I've never been called racist by a black person for a joke I've made around them, you know, when we're hanging out and joking. Mm-hmm. But I joked with a black guy once. I remember this very keenly. I might have told David this story. This black guy asked me, hey, can you rap for me? And I just looked at him. He was a friend of mine. I said, I'm too white for that. And this girl was like, you're racist. And I'm like... And then him and I just looked at each other like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was a joke. Like,
Who are you?
Yeah, like, oh my god. It's like, people are... First of all, I actually do feel guilty because the one thing I said to myself, having you on the show, I can't say anything. I'm not going to use any of those words. I'm going to play it cool. I've been drinking...
But it's okay to say it when I'm not around, Hunter.
No, I'll say it when you're around, just not when we're recording. But I'm worried because, like, it's our second episode. The first episode, we talked about all kinds of serious shit. And this is a serious topic. I think that... I was going to ask you, do you think race relations are ever going to improve? Or is it just going to be...
So, yeah. I feel as if...
Because America's kind of...
This probably is not the politically correct answer.
I don't give a fuck.
Speak your mind.
Racial relations may improve when the previous generations die off. When your great-grandparents that are still, your great-grandparents that, see a black man cutting the grass and go, look at that porch monkey.
Oh!
Because,
and people who say, the N-word doesn't just mean blacks, it also means white. My grandmother told me that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what your great-great-great fucking dead-ass grandmother said. Yeah.
This was a topic I actually had with a guy at work. So we were talking.
Yeah.
And he was a fat, he's a fat country bumpkin. There's no way around it. He grew up in the
Hey, hold on now. What the hell you got wrong with fat country bumpkins now?
Yeah. So he liked to use the word, he liked to say nigga, but he liked to throw the ER on it. And I checked him the one day, and it was like, you can't say that, all right?
Oh.
He's like,
cheers?
Cheers. He's like, well, nah. If you look at the dictionary definition of it, nigga means ignorant and blah blah blah.
What dictionary has the N-word in it?
Actually, the Oxford Dictionary.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? That's good,
but
not...
He's absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct when it comes to the Oxford Dictionary version of it, okay? Nigger means ignorant. But, at the same time, my family, I'll use my cousin, for example, Buckshot. Buckshot stays in the fucking hood. That is a cool-ass name. Yeah. For a fucking crazy-ass motherfucker. Buckshot does not give a fuck what the Oxford fucking dictionary says nigga means. If he hears you say it, he's going to fucking crack your shit, and that's just all there is to it. They don't give a fuck. Just like the dude that... Oh, I almost said his name. My apologies.
No, you're good.
Mr. Hillbilly fucking probably I know for a fact, has never picked up an actual dictionary. He's a mechanic by heart. He works on cars all fucking day. He only fucking gets away.
Maybe.
No.
Don't judge people by their covers, dude. That's what he does. Don't. He read it on the internet more than likely. Somebody online said it.
Regardless of the
validity.
The actual definition of it. The English language is a hodgepodge of just slang and garbage. All right? Okay?
That's true.
I don't care if you try to be technical with me about why you feel you have the right to say it, don't fucking say it to me. If me and you are cool, that's cool. Me and Heather could walk up and be like, "What's up, you fucking ugly ass nigga?" And I'd be like, "Oh no, I would have ruined my day."
And then you would realize I was looking in a mirror and I was wearing shoe polish on my face. Oh god. No, like someone showed me a video. It was a family member showed me a video of like a black guy covered in like flour or whatever, and he was singing a song pretending to be white. And I laughed my ass off. Like, this is offensive. I said, "No, it fucking isn't. It's fucking funny as fuck, Whitey." Like, and they were like, "You can't call me Whitey. You're white." Just fucking shut the fuck up.
Another thing that I get.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Another thing that I'm gonna get hate for. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, and I hate it myself. Black people are not immune to being racist. I have met just as many racist black people as I have white people. I got in an argument on Twitter the other day. This black dude that I follow.
Why?
This black dude that I follow said that frogs are God's worst creation or most useless creation, something along those lines.
Out of all the animals on Earth, he picked frogs.
He picked frogs.
What a shitty choice. They're so much worse than frogs.
I know, that's what I said. I like reptiles, I like amphibians.
Dude, frogs are fucking banging, man.
It is. I thought it was just a joke. So I go on there and I was like, well, technically, frogs are the second worst of God's creation, right behind you.
Oh
I
no!
just thought it was like a little quip, and he was gonna be like, "Man, shut the fuck up and get off my page."
Humans
he actually somewhat took offense to it, and was like, "Did you just call me a nigger?" And I was like, "What? No." Mind you, I had only had a Twitter for like all of 3 weeks. I didn't even really know what I was doing.
Wow.
I was like, "Bro, did you just try to pull the race card on a mixed person?" And then like all of the black dick riding people that were on his Twitter jumped on me like, "Doesn't matter what you are, you can still be a self-hating race." But I'm not a self-hating race. He legit just tried to pin me and make me look like a racist by being racist. And they're like, no. And they're like, "You're this and this." And I was like, "I'm, black and Italian and white." And they're like, "Yep, you're racist.
You're what the white people dislike the most combined."
You're like, you're white, and black. You're not even like a real black." And I was like, God damn, like how is it gonna be that?
When I was in school and I started making more black friends, not that many, like 3.
I mean, I didn't have many.
Oh no. More than you'd expect though. Actually, I'll tell you about that again later sometime. But
Gus Rogers.
Oh my god, you're making me forget what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
I learned about like in-race racism.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, it blew my fucking mind. It's like, imagine if white people are kind of like that for different reasons, but hating like, oh, you're not black enough, or oh, you're too white. It's like, you can't control what your fucking skin looks like. Like,
you know what?
Oh my god.
You know what one of my favorite things to laugh at is?
What?
It's when like diehard right-wing Republicans that are like secretly racist will go and find like one of the 5 or 6 Uncle Tom motherfuckers, the black dude with the black dude or chick with the "Make America Great" hat again, and they say all this stupid ignorant shit, but because it's coming out of a black person's mouth, they act like it's law and that we all have to listen to it.
But
and,
then they'll act like
literally.
But then they'll act like a couple black people beat down a white person in the thing, and they'll say, "Well, everyone does that." No, just like with that, it's like fucking. Oh my god, like fuck. Black Lives Matter, by the way. And I went to the protest, and that's the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I saw you at the protest.
That was a lovely time.
When that guy ran up and said, "All y'all niggas need to go the fuck home."
Yeah, that we.
And the cops had to escort him away.
Didn't we boo him? Who do we boo?
Everyone booed him.
And
he almost got beat up because it's a peaceful protest. It was a peaceful protest up until him. And then a couple people kind of lost their cool and ran at his truck and had to get stopped by the cops. And were like,
oh, God. Remember when that one person went to go get something out of the car and we were all like, "Come back over here. Like, let's not, freak people out." Oh, that was such a good time. I saw so many people I miss, and I saw you for the first time in years.
No.
And I missed you.
I missed you too. I was happy to be back.
What do you think of my outfit?
I loved it, Hunter. I like that you're an individual and don't... go by the pretend to be something you're not.
Oh, it's like fucking...
I mean, unless your family's around, and then you have to pretend that you're not you.
I'm gonna cut that part out. We're cutting any talk about other people out.
I wanted to see if it would be possible. I wanted to go back and like like go back to what you were saying. Like, do you think race relations are ever going to get better?
Oh, before you do, hold that thought. One more thing. There's something you mentioned, Devin, when you were talking about you don't care what the definition means. I want to say this. Academia does not control the context of a word. It just tells you what defines that word.
It does.
Academia, the struggle between academia and their definitions and the definitions of people and cultures. Like, the word might mean something else somewhere far away from us. I don't know. But yes, it is good to know the technicality of what words mean when you're talking in a constructive or idealistic sense. But when you're just like casually talking, you're not gonna. No redneck or not even a very smart person is gonna be sitting there like, well, I have the Oxford edition and it says that the Negro word is defined by this and this, and that means that it doesn't technically count, good sir. And you're not gonna go, well, fine, sir. I suppose you are correct then, but. No, that's not how, like, culturally words work.
Yeah.
That's just definition is not actually what defines a word. Well, it is, but there's 2 or 3 different kinds of forms of definition. Okay, so you agree with me on that? So it's like, do you think, and this isn't just for the N-word, this is for any word ever, do you think, which to you is more important? Culture, like what people say a word means, because there's 1,000 different definitions for 1,100 different people, but then there's also the strict thing, and you know he doesn't follow the fucking Ox. No one fucking... The people who write it don't follow the fucking dictionary either.
For the most part, they don't.
I would like to point out maybe it doesn't. It depends maybe on the word too. It does. I don't think that you could say.
It is funny how they only bring up that dictionary when they use slurs. Isn't that really funny?
I mean,
he also used the same thing to justify saying, what did he say? I think he said something like chink, but it wasn't chink. He said some offensive word about one of our regular Filipino customers.
Oh, he probably said spick. I can say that one of my stepdads was Mexican and he taught me what the word meant.
Is that really?
As a joke. I was working with my stepdad out in his yard one day. This is like the third week I was like hanging out when we first moved in. And we were helping him clean up the yard. He looks at me and goes, "So, Hunter, what's it like to work with a spick?" And I'm like, God damn. And my brain, he saw my brain break. Like, my eyes went like, dude. And he was like, "I'm just messing with you. Don't be rude." I'm like, "No, man." Like, I wasn't saying anything. Oh, and I'll be fucking honest with you. Growing up, because I was so used to how some of my family members talked about things, I used to say some pretty horrible racist shit. I think a lot of people have grown up around here.
I say racist shit all the time, but that's just because I find it funny. And then they're like, "You can't say that. I'm black." "Well, you can't say that. I'm white." "Well, you can't say that. I look Spanish."
I'm purple.
Oh my God! Listen though, it's like I know people. A lot of people ignore context. Like, they could easily clip our audio out and make us seem horrible if they wanted to. But I think I always try to listen to what the context of a situation is. And, you know, Kramer was in the wrong, right? Can we agree on that?
Who's Kramer?
The guy from Seinfeld who called that... He was doing a stand-up routine and the audience didn't like him and he called that one guy the N-word.
God damn, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Did you see his apology? People were laughing at his apology and they're like, "Please don't laugh." It was like, he was being really sincere, but this fucking audience is just... They were on some talk show. No, not booing. They weren't booing. They were laughing because they thought it was a joke. I'm talking to Mom and Devin.
I still keep laughing at Ben Shapiro's wife, but
I mean, come on now.
Okay, so you were asking the question. Order in this house that doesn't belong to me.
So you said, do I think race relations will ever get
better? Back to what you said. I wanted to comment on that. Like, first of all, I completely agree with what you said. I think that you said that if the generation dies out, I actually have something interesting that my dad told me about back before Bush became president, before I was born. My dad used to
Clinton years?
Yeah, like the last Clinton year. Like, it was crazy. My dad was...
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah.
And then you got a little lady here. Yeah. Little plastic people.
Bill Dad and I'm trying to come up with like a lesser and Deborah, I guess, like a lesser known biblical name.
Oh, sure.
Bill Dad the Shuhite.
Lilith.
Yes, Lilith is a good one.
Adam's first wife. Who also wants the death of humanity?
I like Bill Dad the Shuhite.
Oh God,
that's a funny name.
Cheers, mate.
But yeah, continue what you were saying, my friend.
But my dad used to work everywhere. I mean, he was a contractor for years, and he mainly did HVAC work, but he also did roofing. He was
an everyman.
Yeah. My dad. There's not many things my dad can't do.
Yeah, your dad seems like just the most talented man in our side of the state.
I love my dad. Like he's one of my heroes. But here's the deal with what he was telling me about. Back when, Moses, Jesus, Lord have mercy. Okay, so by the way, I'm working on this. I'm working on my comment while we're doing this. So if you hear me making little
tapping away, but how does it?
Oh shit. Yeah, we probably shouldn't be playing with toys while we talk.
No, it's okay. It's missing a hand joint. I gotta fix it.
I thought I broke it.
No, it's okay. But basically he was at an army base grocery store. I think it was at Maxwell. It may have been Maxwell.
Maxwell's an Air Force base.
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
I wasn't born yet.
He wasn't born yet. Maybe it was different back then.
So,
maybe it converted to Islam. True story, David. Can I tell you something?
I'll
let you finish.
The story. So basically, my dad comes in there, and this really, really old black gentleman comes up, and there's another really, really old white gentleman, and the white guy, my dad's just shopping.
He's minding his own
business. He sees this exchange, and this white guy, the black guy accidentally just bumps into him. And the white guy loses his mind. He's like, you stupid. I'm talking about wishing Jim Crow was still back.
Oh, Lord.
That bad. And then he walks off, and then the black guy just shakes his head, and he walks forward. And my dad's sitting there, and he's like, man, look, I am so sorry. He's just like, hey, that was so wrong. I am so sorry. And the guy's like, son, don't you ever worry about it, because in a few years his people will be dead and this shit will be over. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh. And my dad, apparently, I wasn't alive back then, but apparently, I mean,
no, you weren't alive before the year of your birth. You're right, David.
But it made me think, my dad said, we've been healing slowly. It's been a slow process, but we are going to heal eventually from this.
Oh, yeah.
I think that, and this kind of leads me into something else. It might be kind of controversial to say, but I think that the more that we shine attention on people that are being racist, the longer that we perpetuate that racism.
I can't agree with that for the simple fact is I don't think shining the light on people that are racist continues to perpetuate racism. It just doesn't allow a racist to hide in the dark anymore. It doesn't let them be subvertly and subtly racist.
Here's the thing.
Right.
Do you mind if I fly in here for a second?
Go right ahead.
Okay. First of all, prejudice is going to be a thing forever. It's a concept.
Always.
You cannot destroy a
Absolutely.
concept. Here's the thing, though. Is racism ever going to stop? No. Humans are destined to. There are going to be superficial, fucking, surface level losers who just will find any reason to hate their fellow man.
Oh yeah.
But do I think race relations will get better eventually? I hope so. I can't promise anything. I'm not in charge of things, but I'll tell you this: we're all born. We all live and then we all die, and it doesn't matter what skin you are, where you're from. This is an old cliche saying, and I've heard people use it to defend racism, but I'll say this: we all bleed blood. It's always red.
Right.
Unless you have low oxygen in your blood, then it might be a little blue.
Racists took that one. That one's a great saying. I mean, it's a great...
Dude, they will defend themselves. Once they've been cornered, they will defend themselves however they fucking can.
And that's the sad part is that what I meant by that, Devin, was that it wasn't necessarily that, we shouldn't just shine lights on. What we shouldn't do is...
give them a platform to speak.
We basically starve them out by making them so unpopular.
Yeah.
And the problem is that whenever you put something online for people to just look at this, there's going to be inevitably that comment section. Have you ever read the comment section?
Oh my god!
You have people arguing over it. Why are people arguing over something so?
Well,
so
because
absolutely...
it is. Well, it's important. It affects a lot of people. Racism affects tons of people, but it's racism's weird because it's sort of there's so many big problems with it, but then you trickle down into like the lower sectors, and that's where we all experience it the most. I think.
But I think.
I say we like I'm a brother. Right. No, I mean we as in like culture.
Well, we're all one. We're all one. We're all one people.
Hulk Hogan thinks you're his brother.
Oh yeah. Who?
I think
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but
he calls everyone brother.
Didn't he get? Well, he's
in trouble for being racist.
Yeah, he got. Well, listen, that wasn't fair though. He got outed. He got money out of that because they illegally shared his sex video.
Gawker. That was Gawker. Gawker almost.
Fuck Gawker. Gawker's one of the weakest fucking news outlets on the internet, motherfuckers.
Watch him put this podcast.
I hope they do. I don't give a fuck.
Try something. We dare you, Gawker.
No, David dares you. Me, I personally want you to. It's not a dare. Do it.
Do it. See what happens.
Because I need fuck around and see what happens. What is the alligator?
You two fuck around and find out.
Yeah, fuck around and find out, motherfuckers.
We're fucking 2 episodes.
I am poor as shit. You can't sue me. I'm broke.
We're 2 episodes deep and already calling out another fucking.
Oh no, like I don't. Say whatever you want. Your heart is often chained, and I think we give people a chance to just chill and mellow out.
Can I look at these questions?
Sure. While you're doing that, David, do you mind if I tell you what I was going to mention about Islam? Before you and I became really close, and before you started getting me to go to your church with you, by the way, I am not a born-again Christian. I'm agnostic, but I appreciate your church. It's been the most wonderful church I've been to so far in my life.
Well, thank you.
I almost converted to Islam, but I felt like I wasn't like smart enough because there was more to learn that I didn't know, and I felt like, well, I'm white.
Sorry.
I don't know what you just whispered to him. I don't want to know either, but I just want to say that I felt I was too. I felt I was
Sorry,
too.
I had to.
I felt I was too queer and too white, and I thought.
Is there such a thing as either of those?
There is such a thing as too white.
I don't know. Perez Hilton is still fucking popular, and he's very Caucasian. And
if you think mayonnaise is spicy, which I have, I thought that was a fucking joke. For my whole life I thought that was a Twitter joke, and then I met somebody who actually thought mayonnaise was spicy, and they were being serious, and I just gave up on myself. I'm like, I really gotta get a skin transfer or some shit. Like I gotta get
white
out.
bread spicy too.
No, fuck white bread, spicy.
Yep.
You're fucking serious.
I don't think so.
But yeah, I mean, I was kind of having these thoughts about not just Islam, but I was trying to find beliefs that kind of fit more in line with my kind of ideas of the universe. I'm more of a pantheist than a monotheist, I guess, would be the regular stuff. You know what pantheist means, right?
Multiple gods?
No, that's That's polytheism. Pantheist is that whatever is the ruler of the universe. Not rule, but like the universe is good and bad, and everything in between. It's everything.
Yeah.
Which I get the feeling that a lot of people are kind of like that because they say, God is mysterious for its mysterious ways. Does that? Oh, you're reading my thing too. Oh, well. But yeah, I don't know why I wanted to mention that to you, David, but I figured that would be interesting to you. I have no clue what your views on Islam are. I know that mine are positive.
David's like, fuck it, let's nuke them all.
No, he's not.
No, you'd be destroying Jesus' homeland if you did that.
No, I'm not gonna. Can I? Is it possible for me to be critical of Islam without being? Is that even possible to be critical of a belief system without being called racist?
Okay. First off,
I don't think race has anything to do with it.
I mean, I'm not going to call you a racist, but if you say something racist...
If you say something racist, I'll fucking call you out on it. I'll be upset with you. But I know better than... You're better
racism
than that.
Is like a fine...
Well, let me tell you something. I had somebody speak with me about it recently, because I was...
Oh, man, we probably...
No, we don't... Look, you can back down. You don't have to say anything right now.
See...
Now but you sound like a pussy.
No. I mean, yeah, don't be a fucking pussy, but listen. I was talking to a friend about it not too long ago, and basically I was like, yeah, and I felt these things, and then he told me, well, Islam has a lot of white people anyways. It's not a race thing. But what I learned from him, I'm gonna ask somebody who's Jewish about this, but the Jewish people actually do have like a race relation with God.
Call RT.
Is RT Jewish?
RT is Jewish, but he's not Jewish by religion. He's Jewish by blood. Like his family is fucking.
Really?
Yeah, I tell him all the. Again.
Couldn't you tell?
We enjoy.
No.
Look at that nose.
Do we have to cut this out?
No, me and RT is my best friend. He was literally just at my house. I brought him to work. We enjoy.
We gotta get him on this thing.
I tried to get him to call out of work and come, and he wouldn't.
That would have been so great.
We bust each other's balls about being fucking about like race shit all the time. I'll call him a heeb, and he'll call me a fucking a niglet, a heeb.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's hilarious. All right, so.
But I learned, I learn from people. I don't really learn from like academic sources, so that might be completely wrong. And I hope I'm not speaking on anyone else's behalf, but I think, universal like acceptance, like someone told me like, yeah, Islam people don't really care if you're actually from the Middle East or not, because it works very similarly to the Christian God in that it's God loves everyone and made everyone and is proud of you regardless of whatever the fuck you look like.
Right.
Being gay and all that shit, on the other hand,
will get you thrown off a building.
Yes.
Well, in very extreme countries, not all of them, they don't. I doubt they throw people off of buildings and like fucking.
Well, they want to do it here, so I mean, look.
I think they want to do.
Yeah,
some
sorry,
of them.
David.
I've.
all right.
Well, David knows because.
David wants to throw you off a building.
No, I mean.
Well, I'm too fat for him to lift, so it's like he has trouble.
It's more like some people want to just like. Just want people to pretend like it doesn't exist.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I've seen the fucking like live leaks videos before. I know.
Right.
So, David, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Pertaining to the Bible.
Yes.
So I read a thing, and I don't remember the exact quote of it. I've been drinking these, so I'm not really fucking.
Oh, that's me.
All here, but I read a thing that said when the Bible was translated, that whatever language it was written in before it was written in English, did not have a differential.
Differential?
That's not the right word, but a difference between the words boy and man.
Oh,
so
yes!
in the Bible, when it says...
I know what you're going to talk about, yeah.
So do you think that God cares more about gay people or more about pedophilia? Like, do you think he's like, yeah, fuck it, I don't give a fuck about the gays, fuck the pedophiles, or do you think he's like, I don't care about the pedophiles, let the gays be?
So here's the deal with this.
Oh,
I answer this question. It's got layers to the answer.
So it's an onion.
It's an onion. So if you want me to peel the onion, I'll peel it right now. But
you know what? I'm gonna get me some more water.
How big
is this fucking onion? Can it fit in my asshole?
I can make a long story
short.
Can
I fit the onion?
I can make a long story short. So, first of all, okay, the first thing you gotta understand is that God does not consider in Christianity, biblical Christianity, God does not consider any one sin to be greater than another.
So all sin is equal.
Yes, all sin is equal. Because all sin does the same thing. It separates you from God. It separates you from God. So keep that in mind.
But why would he allow that in existence though? Why would he? So
you want me to answer one question?
Now I haven't. Hold on.
Let him answer this question.
Answer that.
So
okay.
I think what somebody was asking is, does that verse pertain to pedophilia or homosexuality? I'm gonna say, really, I'm hoping. If you really want me to be honest, I would like it to be
just pedophilia.
Just pedophilia. Yeah. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, I don't think that's only what it's going to be about, because I think that what the Bible refers to as sin is sin. Okay, not because I necessarily agree with it all the time, but there's some things in Scripture that I actually don't agree with. But that doesn't mean that I get a free pass to just say, yeah, screw that, I'm not going to live that. That's kind of the whole point. I mean,
that's what I did.
Well,
you're an atheist, so...
Well, I mean, I was a Christian at one point in time.
I did not know that. I've known you longer than him. Oh, my God.
Here's the... I did not know that.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
I'll give you that backstory
Okay.
in a second. You'll actually be
Okay.
very surprised.
I want to know.
But it's like the point of the scripture, of the gospel. The point is not to give you a long-winded list of what you should and shouldn't do. The point is and has been forever is so that mankind can be reunited with its creator. So that God can restore his creation to the fullness of its glory. He does that through the sacrifice of Christ, his son, the God incarnate on this planet. He gave his son for us. Our sin was paid for, and we are forgiven in his eyes should we choose to follow him. That is the short, absolute canned version of the gospel. It is the restoration of God's creation. So, when I say I don't really think it matters much, I think that all sin
Is equal.
All right. So what David's saying is he likes gay people. He doesn't hate gay people. He's hoping that God doesn't hate gay people, but he doesn't fucking know because he's not God, and God might hate gay people.
Can God hate anyone though? Because he made everyone.
I don't fucking know. I mean, he also loves you enough to let you go to hell and to tell Satan to go fuck himself.
No. Literally, if God's gonna put you in hell for doing wrong, that must mean he must love you, even though you are like an awful thing. Like
the reason why I think a lot of people do that is because they think that God is the one that is out there dealing all of the judgments and all of the problems.
Usually humans are the ones doing the most fucking judgment.
Well, exactly. And the biggest issue becomes when you have to think to yourself, is what I'm doing, is the way that I live my life and what I live my life for, is it if you equate God with goodness, love, and light like Christians do.
Which I don't.
What exactly?
I do, but I also don't. It's weird.
See, that's I think where the change in belief goes.
Oh,
it depends on what you view God as. I mean, if you're if you're going to say that God is goodness, light, and love, if you
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm sorry.
If you believe that, that means you also believe that to serve God is to serve goodness, love, and light. So if you're not living for that, you are serving evil. So it's a very, very kind of cut and dry idea, but it's also you're having to.
But the basic question is always, why would a loving, caring, and joyous God allow evil to happen? Like, he can stop it without needing us in the first place. So, and I mean, we don't know, even if we could come up with a good answer, but we won't ever know until we meet such a God. So it's like, because it's another thing too with me is, David, you and I have had a lot of long, really meaningful talks, I think, meaningful, about the nature of how God works on a metaphysical level, because I always felt, and this isn't from your church, but I always felt from the churches I've been in growing up, in and out, that they never really explain what God is. They only ever explain what it does. And I always figured that wasn't fair to God, because this is a being who created... Humans can be very smart. We can be fucking stupid as fuck. But we can also be very intelligent, and I think, well, if we're made in his image, maybe, and I've talked to you about self-awareness and why I think God made us because of that. Right. And I remember telling you that I believe that the death of Christ was a suicide. Now, that's a whole... Well, I want to talk about that someday. I don't know if it'll be tonight. I don't know how long y'all want to record this, but...
We're good, fam.
I'm good. I'm solid.
Devin, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, we'll let Devin speak. Tell your story, buddy.
What was I about to say?
You were going to tell how you used to be a Christian, which I didn't.
Oh, you wanted to say something like in the middle, but
I forgot what it was. I was about to say it, and then it slipped, and I was like, all right, well, never mind.
Go ahead.
So when I was younger, my parents, my mom and my stepdad, were Christian. My dad is a diehard Christian, but he wasn't the going to church every day type Christian. He has his own Bible that he still has. He's had it since he was like 10. Almost every page in it is highlighted in different colors. He has scriptures memorized.
My granddad had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at night, he would go and he'd lay on his bed, and I have fond memories of going in there and seeing him just reading through the Bible, just doing his things. He didn't go to church.
Fond memories. That's nice. That's lovely.
Because I enjoyed spending time with my dad.
Absolutely.
Right. Just stand there and just lurk,
Mm-hmm.
Was he only there half of the time?
No, my stepdad was always there.
I was making a joke. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Black. My bad.
Hey, dude, you've probably seen your dad more than I've seen my actual dad. I mean, that's a. I'll talk about that.
That lets you know that you're black, Hunter. He's just getting cigarettes. He'll be back.
So that's why my penis is so big. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get something to eat while I'll keep talking. I'm listening though.
My grandfather, the only one that I have, because I only have one on my mother's side,
Right.
was Irish Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Very big, very mean man, but could be like extremely soft. So growing up, he taught me things about Catholicism, and my parents tried to teach me about Christianity. When
does the same thing?
Not really,
Oh,
kind of,
okay.
but not really.
Okay.
Catholics. I don't
Do you
know.
not like Catholics?
He was more into like the Virgin Mary and shit like that, which I don't remind you. He died when I was 8.
I'm sorry, man.
So, no, it's all good. It happens.
Yeah.
So, when he died, there was a bit of an argument in the family whether he was to have a Catholic wedding or he was supposed to have a Christian wedding. Wedding. My apologies. Funeral.
I mean, you might as well get two birds with one stone, right?
Yeah. The rest of the family is Christian.
Right.
He was Catholic, and they couldn't really. So it was a big argument about it, and I didn't really understand it. And I was like, I kind of thought that it was all the same.
Right.
So I had like a really confusing period, and I was like, all right, well, I don't know. He told me one thing, my parents are telling me the other. I'm not really sure what I believe. So I just said I was gonna give up on religion for a little bit. Not, to be angry, because at the time I was a very, very diehard Christian. Like, I actually
can't picture that out of you.
I know. I had church. I got church canceled one day because our Pastor Rudolph, was in prayer, and tiny me was in the front rows with all of the stereotypical black, grandmas, just screaming hallelujah, out be the devil. Just really, when I think about it, it's cringy, but from an adult standpoint, I guess it was cute. Our pastor was like, what, he's spoken to me. Church, and early for the day, y'all have, blah, blah, blah. Go about your day. Amen. I was so confused after my grandfather passed, I just swore off religion. I didn't care. I remember in elementary school, and we were standing in line, getting ready to go to lunch one day. And there was an argument about God, and whether or not God did something. I can't remember. These kids were arguing about something stupid, and they asked me. And at the time, I was going through this crisis. My grandfather died. I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, to be honest, I don't know or really care. That's what I told him. I was like, I don't know or care about, the religion, about religion right now. And that translated to me being an atheist to these elementary schoolers.
Which is funny because when I was in elementary school, I didn't know what the fuck any of...
I didn't know what an atheist was.
They
told me I was an atheist, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but okay.
Like, here, something's funny, too. Not to go back to race. I'm sorry for interrupting your story.
You're good.
But people would meet me online, and I'd say I'm from the South, and they'd be like, oh, have you ever seen a black person before? I'm like, more than you. Have you ever been through Birmingham? But then, I kid you not, one of my best fucking friends... You drawing? You still working on your comic?
Yeah.
Okay. One of my best friends, I met him in 2011 online. His name is Nick. He's a musician. Wonderful, wonderful guy. He's a little kooky, but look who's talking, right?
I know, right?
Anyways, he told me it's funny people say that to you because he didn't see a black person. He lived in New Hampshire. He didn't see a black person until 9th grade. And it just wanted. He didn't get like upset or freaked out or racist. He wanted to be friends with this guy, but it was like having a fucking alien loose in the school. It was fucking. And I'm like here in the South, he's just like, there's the black ones over there, and you see, like I was telling him, like, yeah, dude, like there's a lot of black people. I think there's more black people in the South than up north. I think.
Yes.
Statistically speaking, I don't know if that's true. Which is weird because there is more racism down here. I think.
I think there's it's different kind of racism.
Yeah, it's more they're a little more direct around here and talking about you. we ain't gonna kill you, but you don't need to come near my gas stations again, you hear?
Well, that might kill you.
Or they might kill you.
It might kill you, but at least they won't try to butter your ass while they do it.
Go to the gump. Go fucking
Says
cut your
you.
arms off.
Then you watch Deliverance? Jesus.
Huh?
Oof.
Squeal, biggie, squeal!
Sweet boy.
Okay, back to your story.
So,
oh, God.
I was labeled an atheist in 2nd grade.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I didn't really know and don't care what it was until it went from just name calling and teasing to straight bullying. Like, I had the absolute dog shit beat out of me on the playground multiple times. And you know, fucking Chilton County's elementary
Oh, the elementary playground's like it's actually
It's
just a
a
field
field.
with a bunch of rocks and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, we used to have Star Wars battles out there, like the fucking Dune Sea. It was fucking cool.
You know where the big ass crater is that they have the long one?
The
Dude,
two fucking rocks
they
on
would-
both sides.
They would drag me in there and they would legit stomp
Oh my
absolute shit out of
fuck.
me. And if I said shit, then it was 4 kids like, we didn't fucking do that. What the fuck's his problem? Why is he lying about us?
Dude, if I had known.
It was bad. It was really
Remember, do you remember though? I knew you I didn't know you as an atheist then. I knew you as an atheist later.
bad. I didn't realize I was an atheist. It's all good. It's all
Here's
good.
another thing.
I'm much better.
But do you remember, you and I met each other, I think in 2nd grade, right? Or later. You were older than me.
It was either 2nd or 3rd. I got held back in 2nd grade because my sister got held back and my mom didn't want to separate us, which was stupid on her part. So I got held back and then had to work really hard.
Dude, I got held back and I think...
Your mother had you held back because she didn't want to separate...
She didn't want to separate me or my sister, so she held me back in 2nd and my sister in 1st, and I had to bust my ass to actually skip to the grade that I was supposed to be in.
I had to take kindergarten twice because they put me in public school when I was 4.
God damn.
Because I did so good in preschool. That's the thing. I peaked in my intelligence in the grades at 2nd grade.
Bullshit.
And every following grade
Bullshit.
No.
Yeah.
Listen.
I have to agree with him on that.
No,
I
listen.
feel like my life has just
because
been on a constant
every other fucking grade up until the very
Bullshit.
last year. No. Dude, you didn't even have elementary. You didn't come into fucking high school, so shut up. I'm sorry.
You did not reach your emotional, your intellectual...
No, I'm not talking about my intellect as a person. I mean my grades that were high. The highest I made was 2nd grade, but it was full A's,
Right.
A+, whole year. And then 3rd grade, complete collapse.
I feel that.
Because I was going through the 2nd divorce. And I got fatter, too. But, listen, when I met you, and when you and I were first friends, I remember I made you laugh once. We were really little. And I remember this very fondly. I was still living at Matt's then. And you asked me, we were talking about Christmas, which is funny because I don't remember you saying anything bad about Christmas. And you asked me, what do you want Santa Claus to give you for Christmas? And I said, I want him to give me you because I wanted you to live with me. Not to pick cotton in my field. Not that.
Oh, not the cotton. Oh, so I would just pick the okra.
Honey, can you get that little black friend to use in here? We kind of need a new helping hand, you know? We give him some bubble gum. I'm like, okay. Walk outside with a big ass lollipop. Hey! You want to come work on the farm?
Oh my god.
God damn it,
I'm sorry.
Either way, so 2nd grade was shitty. The second year of 2nd grade was shitty too, because it fucking spread like wildfire because there was no fucking...
What did the adults say about it, if they did?
Adults just were like, well, you'll learn one day. I can't tell you how many times I'd talk about it, and it was... It'll change one day. You'll learn one day. And I never really understood that answer until I realized that they meant that I would fucking realize that God was the answer.
Yeah.
Either way, around 3rd or 4th grade, I went and bought a Bible. Or I had my mom buy me a Bible, a little pocket Bible.
Okay.
And I read it cover to cover. And I was like, well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. There's a lot of things in here that I don't agree with. There's a lot of things in here that I don't really understand. Because, again, I was... 3rd grade, a lot of words in there that I didn't understand. And I just have to be like, well, I'm going to assume it means...
Probably ask somebody, right?
This. I could do that too, but I mean, for the most part, I just hid in my room. Again, not
we
a big
didn't use
social
Google
battery.
a lot back then.
We
either.
did not.
Yeah, we had it, but we just didn't know.
Was still new. Like, I remember, LimeWire was like a thing back
Remember,
then.
did you ever play the educational games like Wizards and Pigs?
Oh my fucking god.
Dude,
I remember...
I played Reader Rabbit on the Learning Company. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Ooh! That's a classic.
Fancy.
Fancy.
You got that good fucking shit, though.
I had fucking...
We had that bootleg ass coolmath.com racer game. Fucking, that was the one everybody fucking talked about. Was the one with the dumbass cars in the desert. Like, oh god, or Math Frogger. God.
So
Math Frogger.
Math Frogger.
Yeah.
God damn it. I got Frogger killed a lot, especially when it came to Division.
I played Tetris a lot and lost a lot.
I got stories to tell now.
I got to around 4th grade and realized that like religion just wasn't for me, and by that time I was like somewhat emotionally developed, so I became like a super fucking edgelord. Like I was really cringy.
You were
about
a little
it.
edgy when
I was very edgy.
But I loved you for it because you were the only one.
I came to the point I realized I was like, most of the Christians aren't going to accept me and are going to be mean to me because of their religion. So my way around that is to be a complete fucking asshole so they won't want to be nice to me and know more about their religion so I can pick it apart and make them look like assholes. Which was 100% wrong on my part. I realize that now. I still know a lot about religion. I know a lot of stupid fucking things. I don't have like a fucking...
And you know not everyone who's a Christian is a fucking dipshit.
Well, I realized that later on.
Yeah.
But... for the most
and not
part,
every atheist is a nice person either.
That is true. I actually have gotten into an argument with an atheist family member of mine for arguing with a Christian family member of mine saying that her God is fake and she's blah, blah, blah. He acted like a complete asshole, and I told him he was an embarrassment to the atheists that aren't fucking cringy like that, because he's a fucking grown-ass man. I was like, you need to calm the fuck down. That was actually last year. Yeah. I was like, you need to calm the fuck down. There's no need for that. We don't do that. We're better than that. But, yeah, I got really cringy with it. Really fucking was like, I'm just going to be out there, so you just don't fuck with me. And then I realized that a lot of people, well, not a lot here, but some people had questions and would question their religion and come to me. And I would always try to make it clear that I am not here to sway your beliefs, to sway how you feel about your God or how you think. Mm-hmm. If you have questions, I will answer them respectfully and as best as I personally can, but you might not get the answers you want, and you do not have to change the way you believe because of what I tell you. Right. Because I am not a expert on the matter. I am just a person that did a little bit of research.
You want me to pour you some ice and some Coke or anything?
No, I'm good, buddy.
What about you, David?
I'd love another water, please.
Okay, where's your cup at?
I got a bottle somewhere.
Piss jug?
This one?
Not that one. Just fill out. Yeah, there it is, right there over by the mixer.
Right here? Here?
No, by the mixer. Over there by the spray bottle. You see it? Right there. By the coffee. Right there, right next to your hand. Other side. It's a bottle. It's a water bottle.
To your left.
To your left. Thank you, buddy.
I'm trying.
It's okay.
Baby steps.
It's okay.
Oh, you think that's bad? You should see me when I'm just at my own place, like, with my grandmother. It's fucking awful. I can be a complete, I just forget things.
Heather, what's your preferred pronoun?
My preferred pronoun is, hey, sexy, how's it going? What's up? No, she and her is fine. I'm not doing my voice right now because I'm kind of cooling down, but like...
I got you. I didn't want to call
about
you they or them and upset you, or...
No, none of you
preferred pronoun would be buddy.
Oh, buddy!
Hey, buddy.
Oh my god, I legit, I don't have like a fucking, I do have identification, I don't have a license, and for some reason, I wanted to...
I still think of you as one of the boys.
Oh, I mean, you know, I should.
A girl can be part of the boys.
You obviously haven't hung out with most girls then. It's like,
I've
seen girls with bigger cocks than men. It's great.
Well, and they come off too, and I'm just like my lesbian friends, for some reason, all love talking about their strap-ons, and like they're like, this is what it looks like, and I'm like, it's only 4 inches long, and you've already gotten me beat by 6 inches.
It's not fair though, because they can switch them out like Pokemon cards. We have to fucking live with what we got. Oh man, but
look, I'm just saying, I may have a needle dick, but I fuck like a sewing machine, and on that, I'm gonna go take a piss while you.
Okay, the bathroom is. You know where it is?
I figured it out.
Okay, you figured it out. Good. You want me to just talk loud so you hear what I was gonna tell you?
Sure, that works.
Okay, so I wanted to have it on my license where it says sex. I wanted it not to say male or female. I wanted it to just say yes in big bold letters. That's a class. That's an old joke. Oh god.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Oh my god, I'm crazy. Oh, I'm so crazy. I'm a crazy bitch. Oh, I'm drinking this water.
You better not be prissy, is all I got to say.
Prissy?
You better not be prissy.
What does prissy mean?
It means like high maintenance.
High maintenance?
You better
Dude,
not be high maintenance.
Okay, like, in terms of most stuff, I'm not high maintenance, but in terms of emotions, I am a little high maintenance for myself. And it's a struggle to be friends. I've never, like, I mean, I have told people that I'm not, like, as bad as I think I am sometimes, but, dude, like, being, like, either friends or in love with me has got to be fucking shitty, because I do try, and people tell me, oh, we know you're trying, but at the same time, it's like, I wish people would be more stern and direct with me. I think that communication is the most important part of, like, having extreme emotions for one another.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose I could be a little high maintenance sometimes. Yeah. I'm not like a fucking prima donna though. I'm not like, oh, I gotta have this and this. Like I'm usually, even when I'm getting paid, I'm usually still broke because I have to give money to other people, and I make sure the people I live with are taken care of.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
first.
didn't realize you came back in here.
No, you're good. I was like, why is there a jar of salt over here?
That's to keep the dark ones at bay.
I think that's sugar. I think that's Grandma's sugar that she kept in here. When she had Alzheimer's, she kind of put things in random places.
Well,
it's probably sugar because it's all fucking stuck.
Yeah, it's sugar.
Sugar.
Don't open it up. The freaking.
You're my baby girl and my honey.
Like, don't open it because the ants will freaking find it.
Well, it's already got holes punched in it.
Well, I guess the ants found it then.
Wait, do you think the ants poke the holes? They have like toothpicks. Charge! Release the sugar.
Give me some sugar.
Oh my god. Oh, high maintenance though. Have you ever dated somebody who was high maintenance?
Yep.
Nope.
Damn. I've never dated anybody who is high maintenance or low maintenance. I've only ever dated people who would immediately leave me after like a month because of just either family reasons. And being gay fucking sucks. You love one person and everybody else hates your guts.
Just do what the Mormons do. Just don't be gay.
Oh, you think the Mormons aren't gay,
but
right?
the Mormons
right.
are also into soaking, and that just sounds...
What the fuck is soaking?
It's how they get around abstinence.
What?
Apparently God...
What is soaking?
I'm going to explain it to you. Apparently God is a fucking T-Rex and can only see if you're fucking if you're moving. So he sticks it in, and then they just lay there and don't move.
That's not how sex works. You need friction.
It is called soaking. And...
It actually sounds like it would get really gross really quick. Like, it feels like it would
Devin, you said it like you tried it.
Eventually you go flaccid.
I mean, I've slept up inside of a girl before. I mean, it happens.
That sounds nice.
It's different.
I mean, I've heard of like
Blink.
blank. I've heard of people who like will suck a dick and just like sleep sucking a dick or a strap on.
What the fuck?
And it's like, and they say it feels like a pacifier in your mouth, and it's like, and I'm like, first of all, what the fuck? What kind of pacifier?
How did we get here?
We got here the same way we get to every topic. We just keep talking and we hope people care, and then we be quiet until everybody says our names again.
It'd be an odd podcast, but I would listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd listen to it.
So when can I come back? Because I'm quite.
I want you to come back when my brother's with us. Because I want to see you.
You're gonna have a full table by the end of the fucking first season.
See, that's the fun thing. It's like me and Brent and you and Devin just like balance out the group.
I don't know, dude, because me and Devin, I don't know, I can't speak for Devin, but we're a little bit more loose on things, and you and Brent are a little more
rigid.
Yeah, what's the right word?
You think that
I think him and Brent will get along.
Got some. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think they get along.
We all get along really, really well. That's not what I'm saying.
But you have to realize when we talk about like things like race or religion and things like that.
No, it's.
Brent and I feel like Brent and Devin would probably have very different views to say, especially about race.
That would be funny.
I don't think Brent's racist. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not implying that.
That's
exactly what. Yeah, that's what.
Hunter's like he's fucking racist. He's white, cis, male bullshit.
Oh my god. No, Brent was cool. It's just like, but we did talk about some for real shit though.
Yeah.
For our first episode, I didn't expect it to go that way. I thought it was going to be a little more chill. We hit that fucking gas pedal. What was it?
We like jumped head.
Oh yeah. We were going to talk about movies and media, and I thought David was talking about what he thought of the current films, and we went straight to the Epstein shit.
Passion of the Christ. Epstein. Okay, Epstein's a fucking piece of shit. Happy he's dead. Wish he could have blown the whistle on everyone. Just waiting for his wife to suicide.
Quotation marks.
Oh no, Hillary! I would hate to, end up suicided. That can't even be a thing.
If I start seeing fucking red dots come out of that window, I swear.
You know what? I am literally the easiest target for Hillary Clinton to kill. Like, I am so fucking suicidal that if I just up and killed myself, no one would bat an eye. They'd be like, yeah, he was planning on it.
Would she be upset if you killed yourself the night she sent it?
Yeah, she sent the hitman and he's like...
The ninjas?
He's already dead.
Okay.
What? Nope.
No, he did it. He actually did suicide. And then they flipped the story to where you were murdered. Just to fuck with people.
I didn't hire you for nothing to fix it.
Local black kid murdered.
Well, it's in Alabama, so that's probably normal.
He's from shotgun blast to the back of the head.
They shoot your...
No one would suspect it. They'd be like, oh yeah.
If somebody kills me, like assassinates me in my life, don't do guns, don't do poison. I mean, you can do cool, like, you ever played Hitman?
Yeah.
You can do that cool shit if you want, really.
Throw the briefcase at you that tracks you the fuck down.
Yeah, but listen. Let me ragdoll down the side of a hill. No, listen, if you're gonna kill me, please send ninjas. I want to be found like a fucking blender came through my house and destroyed me. Like, I literally just want to be in pieces. Like,
alright, I'll
open casket, by the way.
I'm this edgy guy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of katanas. I have a lot of swords. A majority of them
are
katanas.
Let's talk. Ninja sword.
Thomas, that's exactly what my grandfather got my brother for his 18th.
Why is your family so fucking awesome?
My brother.
You just adopt me already?
Yeah, like for real. Like I'll do
guys
any
are
yard
welcome.
work you need for free. Just give me a katana.
Y'all are always welcome to come over and eat dinner.
I cannot say that I will magically transform into a Christian, but I will completely shut the fuck up about religion if you just adopt me.
Dude, like we don't do that here. We don't do that here.
Lock the door.
I don't want to adopt the black kid, is what it is.
No.
Well, you're mixed. They'll adopt half.
We don't shout people down in our house. Now, my mom will always counter something negative with something positive. That's just who she is. But
okay.
All right. So
does your family?
I want to blow my brains out. What would her positive be?
She's saying, "Oh my God, the walls! I just painted in here."
I would feel like an asshole.
It's a good red though.
my mom.
Oh no, I shouldn't make. I'm not making fun of you.
Red and pink.
Oh, red and pink.
I'm sorry. I'm not
No.
Red and pink in the sink, and then you're gonna know that you're not unique. Oh fuck.
God damn.
Okay, listen.
Heather, my apologies.
You're fine. Look, can I tell you the truth? As somebody who likes men, women, whoever the fuck, I don't care. I'm probably very terrible at sucking dick. I brush my teeth and I gag when it reaches the back.
Why did we
and
go here?
And I feel like I'm never gonna make a husband or boyfriend happy because I'm gonna fucking puke on his cock.
Then you just need to be a power bottom and just put your face in the
yeah. Like I'm gonna fuck, it's gonna be like a fat guy with a bag of popcorn at like a Star Wars film. It's gonna be
look at I suck my own dick so no one can
These are gonna go down.
David's never had his dick sucked. So
I'm seeing if you're missing that rib that you need.
I just am very flexible.
Oh, did you Marilyn? Is that true that Marilyn Manson?
No,
that
is physically impossible.
Yeah, I know, because I thought that was the stupidest
Actually,
thing.
It's not.
And I told somebody that
impossible.
They got mad at me. He said, "Oh, dude, did you hear?" This is like long ago. He said, "Do you know that Marilyn Manson got his rib removed so he could suck his dick?" I said, "No, he didn't get a rib removed. His dick is just that big." It's like he's such a nice guy in interviews.
Yes, he is.
I hope he's nice in person. I want to meet him.
He's very nice. He's very respectable, and that's just because he's outdoes Hollywood's fucking
bullshit
cuntliness. Yeah, they fucking try to talk down to him like he's a piece of shit, and instead he just outdoes them with positivity, like Keanu Reeves. And I just
he's like the rock and roll version of Keanu.
David, we were talking about the Columbine shootings. Remember and repeat what he said in the interview that was very inspirational.
What he said was, "What would you say to those kids if they?"
Somebody asked him
somebody asked him, "What would you say to those kids if you could talk to them?" I probably wouldn't say anything. I'd probably listen to them, which is what no one.
That is so fucking powerful of a quote.
I'm like, oh, so wholesome.
like genuinely, but he's right because those guys did get fucking bullied to shit, and nobody ever really wanted to hang out with it. And I'm not saying this would have fixed it or stopped it.
A lot of times, people, a lot of times people that are angry, I'm not saying all the time.
Oh yeah, there's
because
exceptions.
There's always an exception to this rule, but I think when people are heard and they feel like they've been heard and they feel like they can get that out of them, because I know this because I've done this.
You shut up a school?
No. No, but
I was concerned. I'm sorry.
No. But
It's like he was homeschooled for a little bit, so I'm not sure how.
Well, if he shut up his homeschool, we wouldn't know about his parents.
Well,
unless they're replacements. I don't know. Fucking.
oh, he's a Clinton.
What?
Sent in fake ones.
Hillary's like, hey, do you want to work for us? You won't have to tell anybody. You can tell everybody you're unemployed. Just we'll give you a couple briefcases.
Really fucking good at this, David.
Jesus. Hello, sir. You're quite good at killing. Oh, it's a bit stupid, isn't it?
But please, David, continue.
I'm so sorry, but it's like
we're all sorry.
What was I? I've had that moment where what were we talking about?
Talking about being heard or not.
Yeah, being heard and people who are pained and awful.
I remember when I first ever went to a therapist. Really, first time I ever went to. The only time I've been, I'm going to probably go again next month.
Oh, yeah, I'd recommend it.
But I went just to speak to my therapist, and I told him, getting to get some of the things out there that you, more than likely, if there are negative thoughts in your head, part of you at least understands that those are not good to have.
Yeah.
And there's a part of you that doesn't like the version of you that believes those things. So when you can get them out and you can come to yourself and say, honestly, this is a really, really, really horrifying thing that I've thought about that I don't like about myself. Because, I guarantee you, every single person at this table and probably every other person at the school has imagined shooting up that school at least one time.
Okay.
I imagine it's 5 separate times.
No.
I think it's more
okay, I'll be honest. You want to be honest? You want to be real?
Right.
I've had thoughts of killing other people. I've had thoughts of raping other people. I've had thoughts of destroying people's lives. But guess what? That was me when I was younger, and I was an angry, bitter piece of shit, even when everybody thought I was happy. But I knew it was like, that's not me. That's just the evil part of me. And every human being wants to have, doesn't want, but has that darkness in them, that heart of darkness. It's like,
So, I hear what you're just saying, but I don't think I never had the, I was labeled a school shooter because I was so fucking out there but I was never,
Same.
I never wanted to hurt other people. I never wanted to shoot up the school.
Mm-hmm.
I was more upset with myself. I've never, like, that was the thing, like, when this last time when I was in the military and I tried to kill myself, and they put me in the psych ward. I was in there for a week. They were like, asked me every day, they were like, are you feeling suicidal? Yes. Are you feeling homicidal? No. Are you feeling homicidal towards this person or this person? Do you want to cause harm to anyone? And it was never me wanting to hurt anyone else. No matter, like, I was extremely wronged. I was done very dirty when I was in the military by someone. And at the end of it, I didn't wish her, and I didn't wish all the shit she did or anyone around her any ill will. And I still don't. I don't want her anywhere near me. Yeah. But I've never wished anyone bad. I've just wanted to end myself. And that's, like, something that they struggled so hard to comprehend. They asked me about it all the time. And it was just, because, like, people are like, suicide is such a touchy topic. Suicide is this, and it's
why does it
dark
be?
and bleak. And
why does it have to be such a fucking taboo?
And that's what I said. I brought that up on many occasions.
A lot of people.
But no one really cares while you're hurting. They just want you to be done, and they can't really.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, we're here, we care, but it's really no, you don't.
Very few people that do.
And even if you do care, why? What is the purpose of you wanting me here? You're essentially trying to make yourself feel better by using me. And the thing I want is to not be used and to not feel like this. So you saying, oh, you would hurt me if you left is basically just you kind of fucking
being selfish.
But
I've heard it from the other way too. Killing yourself is selfish. And I don't agree with that. First of all, you know what's funny about me, Devin? I've never acted out on being angry at someone like that. I've attempted to fight people. I've attempted to, I was like, I'm fucking sick of it. Not shoot anybody or do any of that horrible stuff I mentioned. I think every human being has that in them, and I think whether you believe in sin or not, I do think that there is evil in every person. The thing is, though, I think the best people are the ones who know that and recognize it and do try to do better. And I've been on both of those, though. I've been both suicidal and not homicidal. I've never tried to kill anybody. Anytime I've fought was either self-defense or something just got way too out of hand and it was screaming at each other. But I've also been incredibly suicidal. Do you remember? I don't remember if you were in school or not when I got taken to the psych ward back in 2016 in February. That was a life-changing experience, and personally, even though there was a lot of shit going on, and I'd done a lot of bad shit too. A lot of people said a lot of people were saying, at school, a lot of people were saying, oh, I heard that Hunter raped and killed people and killed someone's dad and all this and did drugs. Oh, it got ridiculous. And my friends, my closest buddies, were like, none of that happened. He tried to kill himself because of some horrible shit. And it's like,
Which mentalist issue?
I went to I wonder if I can mention that. Can I?
I mean, it's yours. I went to Hillcrest when I was 7.
Okay, it wasn't Hillcrest. It was Mountain View.
Mountain View.
Yeah. It was in Gadsden, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great place. It didn't look good because it used to be a tuberculosis hospital, but wonderful stuff. Really well meaning. They weren't like, oh, we're helping you just to help you. No, they were actually personal. They were like, okay, we're going to talk to you about why you feel this way and all that shit. Best therapist I had. Problem was, my family didn't want me in there. And they felt bad that I was in a mental ward, and they got me out too early. I got diagnosed with 2 things. I was almost diagnosed with Tourette's, because I had a click that I used to... You can see my hand, actually. I used to bite my finger.
Yeah, I remember when you used to fucking...
Yeah, Clay made... I told Clay... Yeah. I used to make fun of it. Clay and I used to laugh about it. But here's the thing. I told Clay, you keep making fun of me, you're going to do it one day. That's why I never got mad at him. You know what happened?
He started
doing it. And I told him, motherfucker. And he was like... You know what he said? He said, I can tell when you're going to come visit me. I said, how's that? He says, because a day before I'll get that urge. I'll be like, you son of a bitch. I miss him. If he's dead, rest in peace. If he's alive, I want to see him again.
I can't wait to see him again. He's such a good person.
And what happened to him, I tell people, I don't blame people for taking drugs. I used to when I was a little... When you're a little kid, you think, why would any adult ever do drugs? They're bad, stay away. In the world, you'll be better without them. And then you get older and you're like, oh, now I know why my family members...
Existential fucking dread of just
I used to have family members steal from me. I got a PS3 for making good grades in 7th grade. And I got grounded because I failed a math test. And I got grounded for about a week, not long. And we went to go get the box back for the PlayStation, and it was full of books. I'm not going to talk about who did that, but a family member had pawned it for drug money. And that's not the first time. We've had jewelry taken, we've had my shit taken, and we had to go and get it back. And I actually my original PS3 is gone. It's been pawned so many fucking times. It's gone now. But man, I have to forgive people who do that, It's like, yeah, I understand that. You need to forgive, because if you don't forgive, you're going to become worse, right? But it's like, I'm rambling now. I'm just talking about my life. I'm sorry.
Well,
I was listening.
I had a question, though. Yeah. I mean, way back earlier, that's usually the problem. I'll formulate the questions. But then we'll be on a completely different topic, and then I'll have to take 3 different steps.
Oh, dude, just say whatever.
Sorry about that.
No,
you're fine. Okay.
Say whatever.
I did want to ask, I guess I like to play devil's advocate a little bit, but when we were talking about suicide, what would you say is the proper response for
encountering?
Well,
proper response to someone. Either coming to you with suicide or you feeling suicidal?
Well, no. I mean, is there not a good reason why someone would object to you committing suicide? I mean, that's because it seems...
Is there a good argument against suicide?
Well, I mean, that's not what I... No, that's
not... No, not like that. I'm trying to think of it. I'm sorry.
No, it's like because the way that y'all described it was like very, very much like if you object to you're being selfish if you object to someone wanting to kill themselves. But I mean, is that is it only selfishness?
Explaining to someone their reasons to exist isn't in itself selfish. If they have
if a friend,
reasons,
yeah,
I have to get drugged back by the thought of my daughter constantly because
Right.
I'm constantly on the verge of just fucking scratching the roof of my mouth with a shotgun. Alright? It's not a don't awe because it's not a bad thing. My daughter's what keeps me grounded. My last attempt, which was the running from the police hoping to suicide by cop, was because when I got discharged when I joined the military, I had to sign over custody of my daughter to my mother because I was a single parent and couldn't join as a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
When I got out, my mother took it upon herself. She enjoyed the tax money that came with my daughter. She enjoyed the benefits that came with my daughter. And she enjoyed having me by the fucking balls.
Mm-hmm.
So she decided to not give me my daughter back, which I asked her to do, and she said that it wasn't happening. If I didn't move to Maplesville, she wasn't giving me my daughter back, and I cannot stand Maplesville. It is so small, it literally makes me fucking suicidal. It makes me depressed.
Do we need to bleep out the town? I mean, we've spoken about Central Alabama, I guess.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I got into an argument with my mom over I don't even remember what, and she literally showed up to my house, snatched my daughter off the front porch while we were sitting there, threw her in the car, and left and didn't say anything. And there's nothing I could really do to stop it. She has the rights to my daughter. She has everything. And that is what pushed me over the ledge last time. And because without her, I have nothing. So,
was it this year?
Yeah, it was this year.
I'll
I
tell
go
you.
to court next month. This happened last month.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'll tell you. Do you want me to tell you something? I told David this. Not all of it, but I told David this. And David, you and I had a very meaningful car ride together right before you gave me COVID. And you told me that you would disapprove if I ever tried to kill myself. And I told you that I have made attempts in my life before, including this year. Now, I've told you that my grandfather passed away, right?
Right.
I experienced something. I'm sorry for stealing the spotlight here.
You are okay.
Yeah,
There's no spotlight. This is just check him out.
I need to. I don't know. I don't mind talking about this shit publicly. I write about stuff all the time, or I used to. But I vent too much. But it's I remember the day my grandfather died. He died at 2:38 a.m. September 24th, 2019. And I remember that morning, I was in a Skype call with some people who I was friends with at the time. And I had this feeling in me, I said, I'm going to go check on him because I've been watching over him most of that night. And I thought maybe I didn't put that blanket on him right. I don't know why I'm telling you about this, but
that's fine. Go ahead.
What happened was I was checking him and he didn't move like he normally does when I put his blanket over him. And I said, okay, well, one thing led to another. He was dead. And I went from I cried. Everyone cried. I wasn't the first to cry. I was freaking out. I wasn't crying. I was we gotta figure out what to do. Is he really dead? My cousin was a nurse. Somehow, her children didn't wake up. She was still living with us at that time, and I was still making money so I could feed everyone. And what happened was she was a nurse. She checked him. And she cried first. When she cried, my grandmother cried. When my grandmother cried, I cried. It was the three of us around him, and we all kissed him, and I told him goodnight. And I remember that we got all our tears out. A couple family members came over. Some of them were just kind of whatever, and then some of them were fucking broken, reading Bible verses, all that. But I had this experience where that morning he got taken off in the car just as the sun was coming up. I'd seen them put the tarp over him, and then this experience happened. I got taken to the gas station by one of my family members. We were getting food. I was buying food for people. So, okay, let's get everybody something to snack on. We haven't eaten tonight. Everyone's awake. We stayed up all night. And I slept on my couch watching the sun, And then I laid down next to my grandmother, and we were just kind of like, okay, we're going to sleep. We'll wake up, and we're going to figure out what to do next. We got to make funeral arrangements. Do you have to go and get something? Or?
No. I was just looking for my cup. Keep going, bud. Keep going.
Okay.
I'll find it. Keep going.
So, anyways, but this thing happened where right as he was taking off, and for the next 3 or so days, I didn't feel anything at all. I didn't.
Emotionally numb.
Yeah, and I never had that. Like, every time something life-altering would happen, I'd always either be incredibly sad and, like, fucked, or I would be like, hey, maybe things are finally gonna mean something to me now, and actually, stay positive for a longer while. However, this time was something different, and this feeling in me was like, it sucked in the universe for me, and it made me question, like, who am I really? What am I doing? Do I matter? But here's the thing. I was already asking myself these things, and now it was like, does anything matter? Because nothing will, like, last forever. And dealing with death, I'd never seen a dead person up close until then. I had seen car accidents.
It's changing.
I'd seen a dead body before in person, but not, like, up close. But watching someone actually... I saw him... I was the last person to see him alive. Watching him physically decay over, like, an hour... was like, it was pretty fucking wild. And, I miss him, and when he was around, things were easier. We had more money coming in, and I could focus on my work. I had a good routine. I wake up in the morning, 10:30 was usually when we got up, when everybody was finally awake. We'd take his clothes off, dress him, get all the poop off of him and all that, because he was, he had Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. But this routine was gone. We woke up whenever the fuck. First of all, I was dealing with a lot of emotional shit that I wasn't talking about with anybody, because how do you describe feeling that you are nothing even though you are a physical being, right? And that's eventually, a lot of bad shit happened because of me and my mistakes, but also other people being kind of, humans aren't perfect. And, I do care about people even if they hate my guts. It's like whatever, but I remember thinking, like, his funeral, the day of his funeral, was the day I decided, okay, I need to get out of here, I need to leave, and I need to go and live more like how I want to live. Otherwise, my life is purposeless, and he died for nothing. So what happened was, I decided I'm going to come out as trans, because I am. I had known for a while. I had dated a guy and a girl, another later on, and I told them, I don't think they caught on, but I told them, I want to be the wife in our situation. I'm going to be the caring, compassionate one. This makes me happier. But I never felt adequate to a lot of people who I date, and they would often treat me like I wasn't, like they didn't give a shit. So I was having this experience, and then the funeral, and people were like, oh, you got to stay like this, and you're doing good. But there's nothing left. There's no more good to do. Good was over. I took care of my granddad. I kept my promise. He died. So what it did was, to me, I felt like my purpose in life was already served. I saw this man to his death. He gave me a lot of inspiration. Now it's kind of over. Well, what now? I felt like I was having trouble grasping anything. Mm-hmm. And eventually, after, like I said, a lot of bad shit, I turned to David, because I kind of had to. He was the only one being kind to me for a while.
David is a fucking amazing person.
He is too good for his own good. He's going to get hurt.
He doesn't know just how much of a wonderful fucking
But he
person
took me to church. I'm sorry, David.
No, it's okay.
He's over there blushing. Little strawberry pussy. I love you.
I'm the only one that hasn't drank yet.
Well, there's nothing. Well, there's wine, I guess. So
I got my wine.
I was looking for my cup to ask if I could have a thing of wine. I was like,
yeah,
I've never had it. I've never had red wine.
I'm
just going to assume
different.
it's gross.
You a glass.
It's different.
It's gross, isn't it?
I'm so sorry for.
Really good.
I'm taking.
This is sweet wine.
Whenever I tell the story, I never take this long. I'm so sorry.
Bro, don't even be sorry.
But like, I usually
happy to be here and happy to fucking listen. And
I had to train myself. I was gonna do a video about how that kind of thing can happen. What's strange is his disease didn't even kill him. He had a catheter, and it had a needle in, right? Mm-hmm. And we think it poked one because his blood was in the bag. And they told us to give him medicine. Oh, he'll just sleep. The blood's normal. It's fine. And it was getting fuller by the hour that we watched him. And we think he died in his sleep from blood loss.
Thank you.
And may I have some?
Yes, that's a Riscato.
Let me see. Pour me some in this fucking fast food cup.
I ain't doing that.
Why?
Reagan.
That's what I was trying to do.
You better take that out.
Okay.
I didn't realize wine had bubbles. Is it carbonated?
Thank you. Not much.
It's just a
Thank
little
you.
bit.
Okay. Cheers to absent loved ones and friends.
I'm not.
Don't drink.
I'm drinking later.
Yeah. Okay. Wait till you get done.
Once I can drive y'all home. But
But I was. Let me try to express this. Imagine you are alone in a blip in the universe, and everything around you, even the things that you love, are suddenly void of any real meaning, and you feel like you're being told.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Yep. That was all my stuff.
Is it?
I'm sorry.
Check it. Nothing. I don't think anything
It's
broke.
alright. It's alright.
So, you don't dematerialize physically, but mentally you feel like... You don't feel free, though. You feel confined to this horrible, horrible thing that just is existence. And there's good shit in it, but it feels like it's going to turn on you, right? I've told David about this kind of stuff before, and I think that now I'm a bit better. Now I don't have a purpose in life. I'm kind of struggling to think of one, but that's why I've been more open to spirituality recently.
Still think you should start up an OnlyFans and just draw stuff. That would be a purpose. There's a market for...
I've made money off my art, but I'll tell you something.
I know, it's great.
Thank you.
He doesn't think it's great.
I think it's the shit. I know I can do better.
Do you want to see my art? Because I can show you.
Show me your art.
Give me something to draw.
Okay, draw
me.
Draw David.
Show me.
But while we're doing this, I want to ask you, do you think, and this isn't even just from the God angle, but I've asked David this before, do you think that suffering has a purpose in reality? Or is it just something that happens?
I like Bob Ross's view on it.
Okay, he's a good man.
That, he did the episode the day after his wife died. He said that...
That takes guts, man. Ugh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He said that he did a black and white painting. He said that you have to have shade with the light, because without darkness, you'll never know when the good times are here.
I said the same thing.
He was waiting on the good times because his wife had fucking died, and he was on TV.
Yeah. Ugh.
Less than fucking
24 hours after it probably happened.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a kind soul.
I don't know.
If there is a heaven, I hope I get to meet Bob Ross there if I get in.
I don't think I'm gonna get in. I don't know if I want to get in.
Yeah, I do have some problems with the normal version of heaven. I'm not saying heaven is a bad thing.
No, it's just...
Okay. I felt like this air hit me like, uh-oh.
No.
Yeah. But...
No, why do you... I'm not going to freaking...
I know.
Zap
You're
you
not
in
going
your freaking chair.
You should kill me.
No.
Because then I'll get there sooner. No, I'm kidding.
He's not wrong.
Oh god, I had a joke I wanted to make earlier, but then you started talking about suicide seriously, and I was like, oh fuck.
Can I
I'm always down to joke about it.
I was gonna say, you want to know how to keep a suicidal person from killing himself? Have two suicidal people who are friends have a contest to see who can last the longest without doing it. Oh shit, I'm gonna beat him. Watch.
That's what me and RT got going on, and he doesn't know. I'm gonna let him win.
No! You get
you
get a free present if you make it to 90 years, dude. Come on.
You know what my free present will be? Me being fucking dead, because I don't ever want to get to the point where I can't wipe my own ass.
Okay. First of all, if you get to that point, I had to wipe someone's ass for like 3 fucking years. I will be in there wiping your ass. The only difference is you're not a family member, so maybe I can get a little squeeze in while I'm in there. But that's besides the point.
I'd be okay with it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, sex and death, man. It's like those two things are like what every human thinks about, and it's like we're the horniest species, but we're also like the saddest species.
Can I say something about
anything?
Something that really bothers me, and
What?
this is here's what's going to get me in a lot of trouble for admitting this.
No.
Like,
Andrew David.
I love that. I fucking love that. In fact, I'm gonna use that if I can.
You're more than welcome to.
Draw more. Draw me.
I can't.
No, do it. Oh, that's going.
I appreciate it.
I tried really hard.
Hunter, take a picture of this. And
I will when he's done.
In the video, at this point, like, just have it fade into the screen.
I will. It's near the 2-hour mark, so it should be.
But I wanted to leave off with this, and this is just something I thought of while we were talking.
Yeah.
One of the things that, one of the hardest things I've had to deal with,
Just look at me.
with especially in the past couple of years. I mean, even like especially in the last year. One thing I've always noticed about living in the Christian circle for so long is that there is this consistent attitude of you always need to be. Well, I mean, you always should be bearing witness, which I agree with.
What does that mean?
Bearing witness about Christ is
that you've seen Christ.
Well, no, it's basically it is acting as if Christ lives in you. I mean, that's the basic definition.
You know what I've been saying recently, David?
Can I finish what I'm trying to say?
No, yeah, sorry.
Because it's like I appreciate it. I just can't hold on to a thought for very long.
I can't either. Tangents. Sorry.
So my issue is that in what we believe, it seems like there's this overarching idea that if you have friends that don't believe, that it is your obligation to always be sharing the message of Christ with them, which I tried to live that. I tried early on in my freshman year, and then I kind of I chilled out, and then I kind of just got to know you guys, and then not just you guys, but I use high school as an example because it's when I started to really kind of understand how the world worked and like how people,
not in a biblical sense, but in a people sense.
Well,
right.
Like it wasn't that what I was taught was wrong. It was more like, okay, where do you apply this realistically?
Okay.
So I mean, I never threw it away, but I also my opinions changed. My faith never changed. Christ is still my rock. He's still my God. He's still the love of my life.
I'm proud of you.
But it's not well, that's not what the point.
I know. It's not the point for you, but for me, I am genuinely proud of you.
Well, one thing I've always noticed is that, I still feel guilt. I feel and I don't know if this coming from like a Baptist upbringing where literally if you weren't being in mission somewhere, you were supposed to just you should always be
preaching.
You should, yeah. That's and I know that's the attitude that I understood for the longest time. It's like how long was it since the last time you shared Christ with somebody? It was. I hated.
So forcing your religion on someone isn't something that you're okay with, is what you're saying, which is
well. That's the thing. It's like the reason. There's got to be more than one way to witness, and then there is. I mean, I can't tell you. I can preach over and over again, but it doesn't get me anywhere.
People been doing it for thousands of years.
Well, it doesn't get me. It's not what I want to do, because ultimately because there's like this overarching attitude that you can just explain every single aspect of someone's life away with Scripture, which is what I've seen people do. A particular person I've seen do it, or at least try to.
Yeah.
And I saw how disgusting that was, and how yeah, it was a complete
incompassionate. Sorry,
I don't even know if that's a word, but yeah.
What?
It's what irritates me is that on the one hand, yes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love it if both of you guys came to Christ, but at the same time, I want you guys to do it because
you want to do it, not because we want to do it, not because you want us to do it.
No, not because I pressure you. I pressure you into it.
No, but okay.
It's like when the issue becomes like there's a consistent pressure to be the good kid when you're the Christian in the group.
Well, that's the funny thing though, because everyone's a sinner though, even if you go to church.
Exactly.
You're not a good. You are. I think you are genuinely a good person. I think you are a good person. I've heard things from people that are questionable, even from yourself, that are pretty damning. But I'm not going to mention anything.
I think my phone just died.
But in terms of someone who I see a lot of, who talks to me so much and who I learn from a lot and who learns from me, I would assume. I hope it's not a one-way street, but you do seem like a compassionate person. You have some flaws. Everybody does. We're all, like I mentioned earlier, everybody has thoughts that they don't really wish they could have. But, you dropped that. Here you go, bud.
Sorry.
But it's like, I'm just thinking about it, and it's like...
Here you go.
Well, it's because I hear the struggles that you guys go through, and I'll admit, yeah. I haven't known the struggles you guys have faced. I don't know them. I don't have any kind of...
My beard, I shaved. Is my beard that noticeable?
Just a little bit. Just from the side, I can see.
Okay, I have to wait till it puffs out before I shave. Sorry. There you go.
I like it.
I do like it, though. It's a good drawing.
I gave you a re on there, too.
Wow.
But just know, my art is fucking dog shit.
Your art is great,
Your
and
art
I want
is fucking good.
My art is dog
Yes, it
shit.
is.
Yours
It's
needs to be
amazing.
put in a
No.
fucking museum right now.
Dude, that literally looks like fucking shit on a fucking piece of paper.
I know, and if that's shit, then I'm into
It's
scat.
really,
dude.
it's actually quite good. Mine's really good.
But David,
Yours is really fucking good.
Oh yeah, David's is
No,
great.
I meant the picture of me that you drew, not mine.
Oh, well, you were from the side and Hunter was facing me face on. I didn't have to draw a whole face with yours. I was
It is lovely. David, I recently had from you, yes, but from someone else, I had an experience that I would consider to be very Christ-like. Now, I'm not saying that anyone is Jesus. Jesus is Jesus, but to bear witness to, I think, is to also behave like. What would Jesus do? Right? That's what people ask. Well. First of all, we don't fully really know because it operates in interesting ways. But I think that recently I had been forgiven by someone for a terrible act I had committed. Mm-hmm. I didn't kill anybody or do anything horrible, but it was certainly treacherous, and it delved into my darker sort of, as a human being, the shadow self. That's a Jungian phrase, but I do think it has validity because clearly there is a darker aspect to humanity, and how do you deal with it? You can't eliminate it fully. As a human being, you are incapable. But I do think that there's also a great potential for light from people, and I've seen people shine in my life. I've seen lights dim. I've seen lights just stay on, and it's interesting to me because I would actually like to talk more about morality with you at some point. Are you looking at his art?
I was.
I'm quite confused why I drew this right here, this little spike. I don't know what that is.
You might have just been unconsciously.
I think it was supposed to be a hair, but it went the wrong way.
Oh, it's fine. Nothing's flawless.
There's the antenna right there because he's got the fob at the end, but this is just weird.
Well, I'm thinking about, I've been thinking about human nature for a while, and mainly because of my own self. It's like. Why am I so awful? And well, it's funny, David, because I know everything I've done, and I have done some legitimately terrible things in my life, and I do regret them. But everyone has. But that's the problem because
it smells pretty good.
I feel like I'm trapped, and even if I do better, it won't matter because in the end I'm going to fail. I feel like futility overrides everything. That doesn't mean you should give up on seeing good in things, but I recognize that maybe the good is just kind of an illusion, and evil will ultimately win. Now, David's swayed me in the more accepting manner of goodness recently, but it's a struggle.
Unless religion is real, evil is going to win in the end, and I cannot guarantee that religion is real. But I sat and thought about it the other day because I've had those same thoughts, and I was like,
to be fair,
so
Nick and I.
Pedophiles run the world. It's proven.
Yeah.
The global elites. The people that are in charge of all of us are pedophiles that are raping and murdering children. There's absolutely nothing we can do about it but post #SaveOurKids while they sit on an island and laugh at us like, what the fuck are they doing?
I tell people all the time, Republicans and Democrats arguing, and I say, both those parties hang out all the time, and they're laughing at you. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
they're loving this.
Say they finally convince each other to have World War III, and we have a nuclear apocalypse. I'm dead. You're dead. Everyone I know and love is dead.
Everyone's it's gonna be like Fallout, dude, except everyone's fucking dead.
All the people that are in charge that are being complete fucking pieces of fucking garbage, waste of space, are going to survive. They have their fallout bunkers. They have procedures put in place for the event of something bad happening. But they're going to close their giant fucking doors and let the fucking blast vaporize us while they go about their lives. And then they're going to rewrite history and be like, yeah, this is raping children is the norm. You doing what the fuck I say and my kids say is the norm. You giving us your kids and sacrificing them is the norm.
Wait a minute, though. But there's a problem. I do see a problem. And I'm not saying you're wrong. That might be exactly what they're planning. I don't fucking know. But you lose the power. You're not an elite if most everyone is dead. That's the thing. Wealth would not be the same. We'd switch. There'd be a gamer.
They're not just going to keep cattle? Because that's what they're keeping those kids as. Cattle.
Oh, you mean teaching the kids?
Yeah. As they fucking rape and impregnate them and create a non-ending... It's disgusting. It's sad to think about.
Oh, yeah. I really hope that's not the case. I know that, there are fucking pedophiles with a lot of money, but, like... Oh, man.
Most of our government.
Imagine though, like, a pedocalypse, right? Like...
On a more positive side, to comment on, like, to follow up with what you said, Devin. If religion does exist, that means that there is justice for those assholes.
Fucking justice, but that just means that I'm gonna go to hell with them, and I
no
get to see
look.
them.
But
you know what? I wouldn't be objective.
And I wouldn't either. But that might freak people out if I say that.
I'm going to assume that Satan is somewhat not as big of a piece of shit as the Bible says, and I'm going to hope that he lets me fucking gouge out fucking all the global elite's eyes for eternity. I don't care if he fucking
their
lights me on
punishment
fire.
would be way worse.
I'm sure it will, but I would do anything just to fucking sink my thumbs in.
I'll say this. I often and it might upset people, not you, but people online who are very religious. I don't think the devil is as evil as humans think he is, because God made him for a specific reason and he fulfilled his purpose.
It was basically, Dad, I'm not going to love these people more than I love you. And
that's the thing.
Well, get the fuck
I don't
out.
think they even fought, because in the Bible, and I remember...
He's the accuser.
Yeah, and like, I think that...
He's the accuser.
Who blows the trumpet? Is it Gabriel?
I don't know who blows the trumpet. I think it's probably Gabriel.
Which one's he?
Wow,
there's a couple that fell with Satan, I know.
There's actually a bunch of...
There were a lot of angels that fell with Satan.
But it's like people still treat angels as perfect, though. They say, your angels are perfect. They never say anything, but like...
he says
are you fucking kidding?
Perfect and terrifying are all the same fucking thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
Giant blobs of fucking eyes and wings. So when they come and they're like... Do not fear. Because you're fucking screaming like, what the fuck is it?
I do love the classic depiction of angels being this fucking like undefiable thing that just like has like all these different features.
Like, do not fear.
Lovecraft actually got something right.
I know. It's like,
do not fear.
And it wasn't about the black people.
Chill. Stop screaming. Do not fear. Hey, do not fear for a second. Yeah, thank you.
What?
Thank you. I'm not here to... Because when you see an angel, it's terrifying. It's
did you
scream?
You didn't hear?
Are
did you fucking hear me when he said A.B. Lovecraft got something right? I said, yeah, and it wasn't about the black people. He's so fucking racist. He would make fucking Klansmen blush if they read some of the shit he wrote about minorities.
Wasn't his fucking cat named Nigger?
Yeah, no. It was named By the way, there was a comic online. Have I told you about that, David? Where he's going into an alley and he gets an impasse from this dude, right? But then he finds a stray cat and he looks at the card and he looks back at the cat and smiles. And it's like the funniest shit. Whoever drew that is a genius. Oh my god.
The N-word pass.
Oh god.
I gotta get my N-word pass revoked. Or renewed.
Oh, renewed. How? Okay.
Salty
Oh god, you guys are talking about the fucking SpongeBob stuff. But
that was funny.
I think that I believe that good and evil cannot exist without each other. They need each other to have definition. And I went on a huge tangent to David about this, right? And I think that I have something there that could be valid.
I'm scared
a lot of my lesser ideas are Oh, we gotta wrap up soon?
I gotta get to work early in the morning.
Oh my fuck. I thought you
It's
were
almost-
off!
No.
It's almost 11, and I do have a drug deal to get to.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Like we can.
It's almost
we can
11
keep going
and
and going.
what-
but
what's
honestly, I gotta get y'all home, and I've got to go to bed.
Fuck. Okay, what joke can I make? You guys made jokes. I'm gay. Oh god, I don't know. It's just fucking.
You know what? Good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
Connor's gay, Devin's drunk, and
I'm not
David's
even
tight.
like.
Whoa, I'm not drunk.
I'm kind of.
You're getting there.
I like to eat pussy, but I also, I'd like to try dick sometime. It'd be nice,
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it'd be like that. They don't think it do, but it'd be. I
do.
don't. Hey, cheers, everybody! We did another episode.
Hey,
Hey, good night, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm gonna have to edit some of it down a bit because woo, baby.
So where's the first one?
Hey y'all, it's Heather again. It's 7:51 in the morning. I just pulled an all-nighter and I'm editing together the very thing that you're listening to, or the whole thing. I went through the podcast and I, snipped a few things here, put a few bleeps here and here and there, and I had to re-listen to the whole thing. I've listened to it at least 2 or 3 times by now, and I think it's really solid, and I hope that the discussions we had were of interest to anyone who might be listening. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. All I want to say is leave a comment and tell us what you thought about the things that we brought up. Or, you can also leave a suggestion for a potential topic we could go over. Due to the frequency of these uploads, it's not going to be consistent, and we're going to have to, I don't think we have anybody really watching yet, but just in case anybody finds these and they have a particular interest, they might like to hear people maybe have a debate over, or just sort of have some form of introspection on, and we'd be really interested. And my friend David is also really pushing for this. I think it's a good idea. I think we should get more people involved in the overall discourse of thoughts, and maybe not be so ashamed of the ones that we think are, often, I guess, not censored. Well, it is a form of censorship, but just silenced or hushed by others, and be more free and open to, the potentiality of, more discussions. I'm rambling again. I always ramble when I do these things. I always write too much when I write. Regardless, I hope that all of you listening have a splendid day. And again, please leave us a comment. I'm outside because I can't talk like this around my family. I like this voice. This feels more comfortable for me. Slowly I'm getting more comfortable with speaking like this around my friends, but we have to do it away from the house, and it's just, it's a nightmare. Okay, well, ta-ta, and please, come on back by next time. I hope that we'll have more stuff to talk about, too. Lots of good things, I hope. Well, actually, we talk about a lot of bad things, but I think you know what I meant. Okay. Bye-bye.